Oh, hey, we're live. Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers. Far and wide. That's right. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to cash some doggone tickets. Hey, I'll tone it down a little bit for you. I'll relax back just a little bit. I know some of you are just knocking the sleep out of the eyes and letting those old slits just barely open up. Your boy's been up since 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm ready to rock and roll. My partner, he's getting there. He's rocking and rolling. He's knocking the sleep out of his eyes. You know the drill. He's here with me, the legend, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson. Partner, how you doing on that side of the screen, pal?
My man, I am doing fantastic. The sleep is surprisingly at a much better level than it typically is, as I can't speak my words over here. But I'm doing fantastic, my man. It is a beautiful. I told you yesterday, I felt like I was on Christmas Eve with all the sports action we got. Only talking college basketball right now. Gave out all the other stuff yesterday. You've got some UFC blogs coming out, but as far as the entire Saturday, dude, I feel like I'm on Christmas right now.
Yeah, it is definitely woke up this morning, and it is Christmas all over again for sure. Christmas on January the 15th. So maybe this is Gambler's Christmas. Who knows?
Hey, maybe
we write this down for future reference. Who knows if this is the Gambler's Christmas, January the 15th. Either way, now you know the date, the year 2022. One little last bit of formalities here. Whatever platform you're watching this on, you know we don't release this in audio podcast version. So if you're watching on our Facebook, our YouTube, our Twitter, wherever it might be, make sure you hit that like button, that follow button, that subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff so you never miss any of our additional video content, our social media content, or anything in between. Outside of that, partner, we have an absolutely loaded slate of college basketball on tap here today. Slate kicks off. Game we can't bet on, you sons of bitches. Northwestern at Michigan State kicks it off at 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I apologize. Pretty solid 11 o'clock Central slate here all the way through the evening. There's been about a dozen postponements. Nothing that was super of note outside of the Dukane and Providence game. That one was going to be a pretty solid one, pretty good one. Outside of that, there wasn't anything real major. You know me and my mid-major kingness, St. Thomas Tommies and the North Dakota Hawks were going to be playing. Looking to get back on the St. Tommy's train. They just covered a plus 9.5, almost won the game outright. So looking to get my lick back, but shit. Either way, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, the college basketball slate closes up tonight with the Brigham Young Cougars, BYU Cougars, and the San Francisco Dons. So Dons 4.5-point home favorites. We'll talk about all that.
I see one more later than that, partner. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you do.
On my side of things.
there is the 11 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes,
it's had it at 11:59 p.m. So they have it just. It's still today. It's still today, everybody. 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Hawaii and UCSD. So we'll talk about that. Hawaii hasn't been the best, but typically when you see them favored, maybe a little something to think about. So
11 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Hey.
My
Quite
favorite
possibly,
time to back
pal.
the Warriors.
Hey, quite possibly, pal. Little evening sweat while you're just starting to doze off, and then all of a sudden, the heart starts pounding again.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's just, I absolutely love it. It's electric. So, okay, one final thing we got to do here, pal. I lied a minute ago. I thought there was one final thing we needed. I got a new mug.
Oh. My blind ass, dude. I don't know what the hell's going on there.
I know. It's just like some crazy ass shit. Shout out my ma. Got me an edible arrangements.
That looks cool.
Got me an edible arrangements. I think it was like for New Year's or I don't know what they Christmas or something like that. Oh, pal. We're here. So, to me, to you over there, good sir, and all you beautiful people sipping the black elixir of the gods on this gorgeous Saturday morning. I mean, this motherfucker feels like it's got a gallon in here. This is a big boy. I usually use big coffee cups. I like big coffee cups. I can stick all my fingers in there, no problem. This is a big boy. Take your sip. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the huge ones, honestly. Maybe, I guess depends on the, I don't know. Handle's important for me. Handle's important for me.
See, I like
a nice 3-finger grip on mine with the pinky free, thumb free a little bit.
See, I don't want it to be tight in there. I need a nice, easy grip. And I got used to them because my stepfather is a, let's say, Sasquatch. of
Yes,
sorts.
yes.
Hands about probably that wide. Somewhere in that ballpark. So that's the size of coffee cups we had in our house growing up. So your boy had to get used to it.
I've got the opposite problem on my end of things right now. Yeah.
I see. Yes.
Sometimes struggling with feeling like I got.
Okay. Well, without further ado, you know the drill. You know the deal. We're getting into coffee rabbit holes. We're getting to plenty rabbit holes along the way. We got plenty of games to break down. I myself, partner, have 9 games. Talking quality, not quantity here today, my friends. So a lot of games that I could have got involved with that I passed up. I'm deciding to stick with some of these games, and I think we're getting all 9 to the pay window. I love them. I love them, and this was the list I started out with, and that's what I whittled it down from. 2 sides. So, without further ado, partner, we can't bet on it, so we won't talk about it in depth. We'll just quickly glance over it, though. Northwestern kicking things off. Here we go. College basketball slate, January 15th, 2022. Northwestern Wildcats against the Michigan State Spartans. Spartans laying 7.5 at home, down from 8.5 at open. They have been absolutely rolling at home, 8-0 straight up, but 4-4 against the number. So, if I was going anywhere, these Northwestern Wildcats have been a little sneaky, and we may or may not live only about 30 minutes away from that campus. We may or may not know a thing or two about that team. If I was a betting man, even with how well Michigan State has played, I'd probably take that 7.5 because I feel like it should be higher. That's where I lean. Again, I don't follow the Cats too closely, so I can't always tell you accurately how you should bet on them. But if I was leaning anywhere, I think I like the 7.5.
I don't know how much more I can add to what you just said, my man. This is the one Big Ten team that, because we can't bet on them, I don't keep super close tabs on. However, if what I'm seeing is correct right here, which lends into what you're saying, it is a ton of public money on Michigan State. And in an early window game, that looks like a setup, my man. Like 84% of bets, 96% of money on Sparty here. Yeah. They already played once in Northwestern, and Northwestern kept it close, kept it scrappy, almost won the game outright. And they are kind of falling on hard times right now. 4 straight losses, at least 4 straight failed covers. So a little tentative maybe, but I'm with you. If I'm taking anything, I'm taking the dog here.
Honestly with you, you guys know I do the afternoon college basketball blog now. I won't do it on Saturdays or Sundays, with just so much fucking volume. But I will probably tweet out yesterday's trends because it's very important. The public absolutely raked this entire week. They fucking
even yesterday?
Raked. Oh, yes. Yesterday,
really?
Absolutely. I was on the public side on every single one of my plays, and I went 7-2. The public raked all week long. I think Saturday is when they get their lick back. They got NFL to get their lick backs with the Sharps, with these puppy dogs, and they got a fucking 150-game slate of college basketball to get their lick back. So you see a lot of these public sides.
That surprises me, man. I mean, our friend Jeff Dawson talks about Friday being the public trap day. Maybe it's Saturday this week.
Public kept raking, man. I think it's Saturday.
Kind of lends into what I've got going on today, honestly.
Absolutely. So we'll talk about it more in depth later on in the show. We'll talk about UFC. We'll talk about NFL. We'll wrap everything up with that too. So moving right along. Next game up on tap. I do have a play out of this matchup. Might be one of my favorites on the damn board. Texas Tech Red Raiders against the Kansas State Wildcats, and you better believe your bottom dollar. Ooh, partner's going into this blind. I didn't track him this morning. You better believe your bottom dollar. Ooh, let's go.
What do you got? Because I got something here too.
Oh, shit. I would be
willing. If it's what we just talked about, we might be on the right side here. On the same side, I mean.
I'd be willing to bet we might not be, but I'm taking the Wildcats plus 3.5. Let's go. Thank God,
yes, sir,
Mags.
Dude.
I didn't want to feel like a homer. No. I wanted it so bad. Real short and sweet.
Well, you know me. As much as you kind of are a homer for K-State, I kind of am for Texas Tech over here this year, my man. And it looks like a big old fat public side here, my friend.
That's what I was thinking. Real short and sweet for me. K-State, 4 straight losses. I just feel like they're due for a rebound spot or at least a fucking cover at the bare minimum.
They've had some COVID issues, too. Yeah. Now they're pretty healthy at this point.
Pretty good to go. That's what I was saying. It may look like they have outages, but the outages that they have left are guys who really don't matter whatsoever.
Exactly.
Like, they're all good. It's all good. They're 6-3 straight up, 2-6-1 against the number at home. They've been slightly overvalued as double-digit home favorites. I've talked about it multiple times. Now they're a home dog. Back them with confidence. Texas Tech, 3 straight wins, 4 straight covers. Feels like a setup spot and a half for me. It feels like something's coming. They're 1-2 straight up, 2-1 against the number on the road. Still without Terrence Shannon. I'm sure you can speak on that, Mags, but I don't know how it happens. I don't know why it happens. This line opened up at 4.5, 5 some spots, down to 3.5, 13% of bets, 61% of money on the Cats spread when I looked early this morning at 6 a.m. The Sharps were beating the absolute dog piss out of it. But you don't believe me before I throw it over to Mags. Kansas State 3-0-1 ATS last 4, following an ATS loss. 7-3-2 ATS last 12, following a straight-up loss. 5-1-1 ATS last 7, Saturday games. 4-1 ATS last 5 as a puppy dog. Texas Tech 3-8 ATS last 11 road games. 0-6 ATS last 6 is a road favorite, and 5-1 are the Kansas State Wildcats, the last 6 meeting with the Texas Tech Red Raiders. What else you got to put on top of that analytical Sunday, pal?
My man, not too much here. Honestly, my biggest thing was the public side, that is Texas Tech, mixed with this is the healthiest that K-State has been all season long. They're 35th ADE according to KenPom, so a really solid Big 12 defensive team here. Top 30 field goal percentage and 3-point percentage, actually ninth from where I saw it as far as 3-point percentage on defense, and top 30 again in points per game. So we've seen a lot of these Big 12 matchups with good defensive teams come down to the wire, and I think that's what we have here today. Wouldn't be shocked if they got this one outright, and it's not going to be a case where you need to think the sky is falling for Texas Tech if that does happen. K-State's just a solid team that you just haven't seen too much, and they've been losing because of these COVID issues. So I like the Cats. Looks like it jumped up to +4 in certain spots, partner, after dropping down to 3.5, but I think that's just a little late, kind of throw some people off attempt there. But with the public side coming in on Texas Tech at an 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, if this was later in the evening, I might be a little more tentative. Maybe it'll flip. Maybe that'll be suck too many of kind of a fake trap and have all these sharps pouring money in it, and then it's pull the rug out from them. But with it being at 11 a.m., I think it's just a big fat public trap here.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Everything you said there. Kansas State Wildcats, both of our first best bets of the day. Let me get it locked up here in the ticker. Let me see. We'll just do K-State plus 3.5. Did you get them at the 3.5 as well?
I did.
Okay, cool. So did I. I like it at that. Plenty. And it wasn't even getting the juice there, too. I absolutely love it. Yeah, and I think how you kind of close it there, the public was not awake at 6 a.m. this morning when the ass was falling out of this number, right. And now they're awake. And, oh, hey, it's ticked up to 4 from 3.5. We're not going to look what it actually opened at, but we do that for you, and it's dropped down 2 points. So, set up in a half.
Any quick thoughts on the total here? It looks like over is also a fairly big public side. I've been okay. That's fair.
None whatsoever.
I would lean to the under.
I think there's no reason to try and get involved in that. I think that's
fair enough.
Perfect. There's no reason whatsoever. Next one up on tap: Seton Hall against Marquette. I got to play out of this one as well, my friend.
Okay, take it away.
And boy, oh boy. I've been staying away. I've been staying in the background. I've been keeping eyes on them. And all of a sudden, these sons of bitches flipped. And I said, okay, we got to do it. Taking the Marquette Golden Eagles against the Seton Hall Pirates, and against everything in my being and this butterfly feeling in my stomach telling me to take the Seton Hall Pirates. That is generally when I say, okay, dumbass, that is your internal non-gambler trying to get you to play into a very unsmart play. So I looked a little bit deeper, and I got some stuff that really sold me on Marquette. They were really starting to heat back up. They got 3 straight wins right now against DePaul, Georgetown, and Providence. So no slouch teams. We all remember, especially me and Mags, the beatdown against Ed Cooley and the boys. They've been solid at home. 7-3 straight up, 4-6 against the number. This is a pick'em, so fuck against the number. I'm all about that 7-3 straight up right there. Take them on the money line if it flips, if it's moving, if it's grooving, you feel more comfortable with that. I caught it at -1, but I'm not too worried about it at all. I love the Pirates, but honestly, Marquette has been just too doggone dangerous to fade in this spot. The Pirates have actually lost 3 of their last 5 and only covered 1 of their last 5. Their wins were against Butler and UConn, but both of those teams were banged up when they faced them, so I'm not buying it. They're 2-2 straight up and against the number on the road. They played Michigan, Providence, Butler, and DePaul. They covered both games as favorites, but they didn't cover both games as dogs. They're into the dog spot here now. I see a great big how you doing spot for the Seton Hall Pirates, and a couple extra things here. Marquette's a little extra rested Bakersfield. They played on 11-11. Seton Hall played on 11-13, so there's a little bit difference there. What the hell are you playing in the background?
Can you hear that?
Over there? Yeah, I can fucking hear. What the hell are you doing?
Cat.
Oh, it is. And then I saw you fucking I thought you were watching a video or something. I saw you grinning. And then I think Marquette controls both sides of the ball. They're just a little bit faster, little shorter offensive possession length, and they push teams a little bit faster defensively. So I think they control it from start to finish. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends. Marquette 4-2 ATS last 6 overall. Seton Hall 3-9 ATS last 12. Following a straight up loss, 2-5 ATS last 7 road games. 0-4 ATS last 4 Saturday games, and 2-11 against the number of the Pirates their last 13 versus a Big East opponent. Give me all of the Marquette Golden Eagles -1, second best bet of the day, man. I absolutely love them.
I honestly had the same similar feelings, but it was more so I was just stay away from me. I think you're on the right side here. I'm really interested. You have me very intrigued because at home, if it was at Seton Hall, I think I would be totally flipped.
Yep.
Marquette has just been a thorn in my damn side, and that's kind of
I gotta get a lick
betting
back.
on or against
I gotta
them.
get a lick back, and I think this is going to be one of the times where you see the value and you got to do it because there's been so many fucking times where we've been like, okay, we can get the lick back now, and then they lay an egg. And
I think you're right. I might get involved with you. I think you're right.
I had to get involved. I got to get a lick back with the Golden Eagles, and I think Shaka helps us do it here today. All right, let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. Next matchup on tap, we got the Dayton Flyers and the Dukane Dukes. The Dukes are the 3.5-point home dog. Opened there, stayed there. Nothing out of this matchup for me. Anything for you, partner?
No, I actually took a second longer look than I normally would at this matchup, partner. Dayton looks like a big, fat public side this morning on a short spread.
Correct.
Public perception is certainly higher for them. I would be interested in the Dukes here in this one. They didn't give me enough faith. Looking into their numbers, they didn't give me enough faith. I don't know that this is – I feel like that's a little overinflated as far as dropping that line as far as it is. What about you?
I love Dayton. I was all over them this morning. It opened at 4, down to 3.5, and Dukane burned me on this exact same number last week. They actually won the game outright as a 4-point dog. I can't remember who they played last Saturday, but they won outright, and I just could not get it out of my head that is the exact same thing they're going to do today, but I couldn't find enough confidence to back them on that. So
it was UMass last week to help you out.
That's right. Yep, that's right. I think Dayton a little bit better than UMass, but it also still feels like a huge setup spot. So I'm going to stay farther the hell away from that one. Partner, anything else from you there?
No, sir.
All right. Moving and grooving. We got 2 top 25 teams meeting here to kick off the 12 p.m. Central Standard Time slate. We have number 23, Tennessee Volunteers, and the number 17, Kentucky Wildcats. Partner, I do have a play out of this matchup. Do you have anything here?
I also have a play out of this matchup.
Don't worry. We're not showing down. I don't have a side. It's okay. You can love your Volunteers.
What do you got going on?
I'm going to the total, baby.
Okay.
I'm going to the total. I know. I already knew you got the Volunteers plus the 4.5. I ain't smoking dope. So go ahead, tell everybody about that. Actually, I am smoking dope. But hey, tell everybody about that, and I'll talk about the under.
I do have Tennessee plus 4.5, my friend. Normally, I might be concerned that this might be a little like maybe it's in my mind it should be a 2.5, and you say, oh well, why is it so many? I think that's because of the brand name of Kentucky. I'm still seeing 73% of bets and 63% of money over on Kentucky over there. I think they can set this line up to 5, and people are still going to be pouring money on the Wildcats here.
Well, they did. They opened it at 5.5, and it's down to 4.5. So I mean,
exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying here. I personally would put this no higher than plus 2.5 for Tennessee. Sure. Road team in these matchups between Tennessee and Kentucky. 5-0 ATS last 5 meetings are the road team, and that's the last 2 seasons. Tennessee getting the outright win right here at Kentucky. I think they do that again today, honestly, but I obviously love the 4.5. Sure. Staying away from the money line, I'll take all those points they'll give me, especially with an overinflated line if it is what I think it is. Number 2 team in the country still, ADE, adjusted defensive efficiency, to match up with this really solid Kentucky offense. So I think that's going to be a huge factor here today. They get a lot of transition points because of that defense, and that's really what it comes down to with Tennessee, right? Because their offense can be a little stagnant at times. When that defense is playing as well as it is, they're as dangerous as anybody in the country, for that matter, as far as I'm concerned. And for me over here, I maybe that I don't know. Well, I'll let you hammer it home in a second here. I got 3 trends, and then I'll kick it over to you, partner. Tennessee 5-2 last 7 ATS following a straight up win. 7-3 last 10 versus a team with a win percentage above 600. So when they are, facing essentially, I said this the other day, essentially that's typically top 25 teams above 600 winning percentage. So when they're in those spots, they are not overvalued by any means, typically undervalued in certain spots. And then Kentucky 3-12 last 15 following an ATS win. So when they get that cover in front of the public eye, they overinflate the line, like I'm kind of saying today, and it's typically a setup spot for Kentucky. So give me the points with Tennessee in this one, partner. 4.5.
Setup spot for Kentucky. I like the sound of that. I hear things like offense.
Not a blatant full one.
No,
but
that's okay. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I'm not saying that's your entire analysis. It's okay. But I like where your head's at there, and I like you said something along the lines of maybe little offenses sputtering, maybe a little bit of offense is not clipping along as well, but man, those defenses are really fucking firing in all cylinders. And I looked at this last night and I said, fuck, 142.5 is awfully doggone low for some pretty solid top 25 ranked teams that should be shooting the absolute dog piss out of the ball. Well, then I looked a little deeper. I said, wow, they might be struggling offensively. Wow, they might be good defensively. I say, I'll be damned. I woke up this morning and I said, you know what? Maybe this thing's up to 144.5, 145. Maybe I fuck around with the over. It's down to 141.5 this morning, and partner, it's now back in the ticker. I'm taking the under 142.5 in this matchup. I absolutely love it. If I was siding anywhere, I would side with the points, with the Vols. I love that play from you, partner, but I do think the under is just a little bit more valuable. Last 20 games combined not between Tennessee and Kentucky, but their last 20 games each, so 10-10. They are a combined 14-6 to the under as two teams, so they are under wagons right now. Obviously, we just talked about defense, both of us. Tennessee's allowing 60.7 points per game. Kentucky, 62.1 points per game. Tennessee is second in ADE, 49th in opponent effective field goal. UK, 22nd in ADE, 17th in opponent effective field goal. Mark my words, Tennessee's going to win the turnover battle. Easy money. They're going to win it, and then UK is going to win the battle on the boards. Easy money. That's how it's going to shake out. That's how it's going to happen. And it is going to be back and forth because they are going to split the hustle stats. They're going to be pretty much even split right down the middle, how they're going to shoot the two ball, how they're going to shoot the three. And because of that, that's going to allow Tennessee to keep this game close. Because if the Cats start fucking firing all cylinders, then see you later to this number. But I just don't see that happening with how well Tennessee's defense playing. And I don't see this thing finishing over 135, man. I don't see it. Shit, we might be hard-pressed to talk about 130. It might be somewhere in the 65-62 range. This could be a wild type of game. But if you don't believe me, believe a couple final trends. The under is 8-2 in Tennessee's last 10 overall. It's 8-3 in their last 11 road games versus a team with a winning home record. It's 9-4 in their last 13 road games overall. The under is 5-2 in Kentucky's last 7 versus a team with a winning percent above 600, and the under is 50-23 in Kentucky's last 73 games following a straight-up win. A little bit of a letdown spot. Ooh. I absolutely love it. Dug deep, found that one. I think this one flies way under the total. You see it in the ticker. For me, Tennessee, UK, under 142.5 for my partner, the Vols, plus 4.5. Plus 4.
I like that. Yeah. I like that final trend, man. That's a big sample size for both of us, honestly, of Kentucky following, what was it, a straight-up win on your side of things that you said? Yeah, either a straight-up win or a cover. They are almost always, because of their brand name, overvalued on the spread, and then the points on the flip side. So, man, you are talking my language over here. I might add this on my card as well.
Hey, well, there you go. There you have it. I'm fucking around with Tennessee plus 4, so I might let me pop this bad boy open so I got it here. I can do it pretty easily. All right. Okay, I am tapped until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, partner, if you got anything here, fill in the blanks. We'll just kind of go rapid fire. If I got any opinions, I'll say something, but I got nothing until 1 o'clock. Next one up. Florida Gators at the South Carolina Gamecocks. Line opened up as 3.5-point favorites in favor of the Gators. They're now up to 4.5-point favorites on the road. Total at 142.5. Seems a little high. I would say that total, they should go under that total, but I decided to stay way far away this game. South Carolina's just been ugly, nasty, disgusting, but has been able to defend home court, and I could say the exact same ugly, nasty, disgusting about the Florida Gators, and they ain't done shit on the road. 0-2 straight up and against the number. Get me out of this damn game. I got no value at all.
Yeah, I let's move on because you and we need a. I know you might just be out on the Gators for the entire season. I need a. This is not the spot that I am interested in them as a 5-point favorite against this. Yeah, get us out of here.
I'm so done with this stupid Gators team. I can't even describe it to you. Okay, next one, SoCon matchup, baby. Looks like it should be an absolute shootout. VMI Keydets against the Citadel Bulldogs. Yeah, up to 160. Partner, you're probably looking over at this screen saying, are you feeling okay? Colt, you all right, buddy? You got a fucking SoCon matchup between your favorite SoCon teams, and you're not getting involved in this game? You're right, I'm not. I got burned by fucking VMI, and I cashed a Citadel ticket last night. So I got my Citadel plus 3.5, or 2 nights ago, 2 or 3, whatever it was. I got the 3.5, covered that son of a bitch. I felt so good. I was like, oh my gosh, I finally got a Citadel ticket to the pay window. VMI, it was right after VMI crushed us, and now those two teams play each other. It's a pick 'em pretty much. Citadel's the plus 1.5 dog at home. If I'm going anywhere, I'm going Citadel, but VMI is the way better team in this spot, but I'm not letting those sons of bitches burn me on the road again. So I digress. You know I'm the SoCon man, the mid-major king, but no value in this one.
I feel like the amount of pain that would cause if you missed would not outweigh the benefits of the good feeling that you would normally get from a winning bet. You would just be you would just be pissed by you
that was
bet
like
against
the
team
final. That was like the final piece of analysis where I just put a big ass scratch through this game. I was like, yeah, you know what? That would just really hurt if either side won this, and I picked the wrong side. Fuck winning this game. I'm out of it. No, you're probably not trying to get involved in the Oakland Golden Grizzlies against the Purdue Fort Wayne Mastodons, the Dons. Okay. St. Francis Brooklyn, me neither. St. Francis Brooklyn against the Wagner Eagles. Wagner should absolutely roll in this game, but I got no interest in getting involved. How about you?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. Okie dokie, artimachoke. We have picked up lisps here all of a sudden. I don't know
if that was nothing there or no, sir. I don't know.
Moving right along into an American East matchup. I would typically like to get involved. Shout out. Who is, you know this, Mags. Who is, you stay up on everything, Barstool. Who is the college basketball kid?
Jake Marsh.
Jake Marsh, there you go. He's our age, right? He's like 20...
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So 26, 27.
Like
but yeah, he fucking loves Vermont. I don't know if he went to Vermont or if what...
I don't know if he went... No, he went to... I actually do know this because he's one of the part of my take guys as well. He went to Syracuse, and now he does... I think he still does, but for at least a couple of years, he did their broadcasting, actually, like play-by-play.
Oh, no shit. Okay. Yeah. Well, there you go. Because, I always like when he treats Vermont basketball very cool. Like, they lit it up from deep last game. UMBC all of a sudden showed up out of nowhere last game, finally. I actually faded them. They were on a fade train for sure, and they showed up out of nowhere. If I'm going anywhere, I'm laying the wood with the Catamounts, Vermont. They are damn good. They have showed up time and time again this year, but have been a little lackluster on the road. So I'd be tentative. I decided to stay out of this one, but I do love me some American East ball. Boy, I might tune into this one for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
I got nothing on this one, but I agree. Vermont's real solid, man.
Oh, they're good. They're good for sure. Next one up, Mount St. Mary's against the Bryant Bulldogs. This is a Northeast matchup. I got nothing out of this one. Typically, I'd lay the wood with Bryant. They're an 8.5-point home favorite, but I got no interest in it. I see more value across the board later on.
Yeah, no thanks.
Okie dokie. UTSA Roadrunners meep against the Charlotte 49ers. Anything from you in this one, partner?
No, sir. Nothing on this one either.
Nah, no value here. 49ers continue to roll in CUSA, in my opinion. South Carolina Upstate against the UNC Asheville, North Carolina, Asheville Bulldogs. Laying 9.5 on their home hardwood. The Bulldogs have been absolutely destroyers, obliterators, monsters, bamboozlers on their home hardwood. 7-1, straight up 5-0 against the number. Is 9.5 too much to lay? I say no against South Carolina Upstate, but I don't have the coyones to get involved. I don't think you should either.
No, sir. I don't think I have any smaller. I don't know if I have any mid-major action today, at least at this point. Just to let you know.
I do. No big deal. Well, then we ain't got anything Central Con State LIU. That's going to be kind of a whatever game. Radford Campbell, whatever game. Morehead State, Tennessee State. That's kind of a blow-off game for the both of them. So here we go. SMU Mustangs against the Tulane Green Wave. And yes, my friends, I do have a play out of this matchup. I am going to caught it before it's found the hook across the market, but got the SMU Mustangs -2 this morning. I absolutely love them. They are 2-2 straight up and against the number on the road. They have not covered as dogs, but bet your ass they covered twice as favorites and won both of those games straight up, obviously. They're coming off back-to-back failed covers, and I simply do not see a third happening in this AAC matchup. This is right around the time that you think you can start to back the green wave. Oh, man, they're starting to roll. They're starting to get around. Holy shit, the books just gave them to us as underdogs at home, and they kick you square in the fucking mouth. I ain't getting kicked in the mouth here today. I'm backing the Mustangs all the way. I think the Mustangs speeded up just a little bit more than Tulane is used to, and that allows them to control both sides of the ball. 147th in adjusted tempo per KenPom, 176 for Tulane. Offensively, I just don't think the Green Wave are going to have enough to keep up with the Mustangs. SMU's averaging 77.1 points per game compared to Tulane's 72.7. SMU's 41st in AOE. And 53rd in effective field goal. Compare that to Tulane, 141st in AOE and 113th in effective field goal. I think it is raining left, right, and center from all over the court from the Mustangs, and the Green Wave are going to have a problem trying to get any waves to the beach, if you will. You know what I'm saying. Last but not least, I think the Mustangs absolutely destroy the Green Wave on the glass. 109th in offensive rebounding percent, 218th in defensive rebounding percent, where the Green Wave is 346th in offensive rebounding percent and 308th on the defensive glass. You don't believe me? Believe the trends. SMU 6-1 ATS last 7, following a straight-up loss. 6-1 ATS last 7 as a favorite, and 35-16-1 against the number of their last 52 Saturday games. Tulane has dominated this matchup in recent history against the number, but because they've been double-digit dogs. They are not this in this spot, my friends. Don't you think it's very interesting that this is the first single-digit spread they've had almost in the last 7 seasons? How you darn? Give me the SMU Mustangs -2, fourth best bet of the day.
Nice. I like this one. I did not look too closely at this one. I don't know. This conference, aside from maybe Memphis and Wichita State and UCF, the rest of this conference, I just have not kept close enough tabs on for any of these plays. I do like it though.
I have. I love the AAC. The AAC
I like
makes
it
me
usually.
happy
I don't know
inside.
why.
Well, it's because fucking Wichita and VCU and some of these guys, they came out and like early on in the season, we thought like, okay, we can be back on them. They're going to start hot again, and they screwed us a couple of times.
Yeah.
So then like, let's redirect. Let's find some value. I think we can start getting back into the AAC, and SMU's been pretty damn good valuable. So there you go. There you have it. SMU Mustangs -2. It's in the ticker.
Nice.
Okie dokie, Ortamachoke. You said no mid-major action. App State against Coastal Carolina. These guys just played. If you're like, what the fuck? Didn't they just play? Yeah, they did. 2 days ago, Coastal Carolina won and covered on the road. Won by a point as 3-point dogs on the road. Now they are 5-point favorites at home. If I'm going anywhere, I'm interested in taking the Mountaineers plus the points on the road. I think it's kind of a flip-flop kind of a deal. But I don't know. I'm staying out of that MAC matchup. I'm good. If it was a Tuesday game, I'd probably get involved, but Saturday I'm good.
I mean, you know me, especially unless there's something glaring. I typically just in a lot of different sports don't like the when teams play each other 2 straight games. I keep me out of those.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Thanks. No thanks. All right, next one up on tap: the North Carolina State Wolfpack against the Duke Blue Devils. You got anything out of this matchup, partner?
I do not have anything out of this one. NC State is not playing very good ball. And, Duke, they have already bounced back from that loss to Miami. I don't know. I got nothing on this one.
Yeah, I'm good on that one. I think it's right around a perfect number. NC State has taken care of business on the road, straight up and ATS. So something to think about, but I think Duke gets back into action.
Maybe later don't play it, or maybe you disagree.
I would say one of them layered or don't play it situations for sure. Most definitely. Next one up, Harvard at Columbia. Nothing in this Ivy League matchup for me. If I lean anywhere, I lead laying the points with Harvard. Dartmouth at Pennsylvania. Next one up, the old Quakers, 4-1 against the number at home, laying 4.5 points. Dartmouth, 5-4 ATS on the road. You know me and my Quakers early on in the season.
You quaking them?
I ain't quaking shit today.
Okay.
Little Ivy League block here, right around 1 p.m. Central
Seriously.
Standard Time. We got Cornell and Yale up next. If I'm going anywhere, I'm laying the 6 with the Yale Bulldogs at home. But Cornell's been good to me a few times here and there, so I'm gonna stay away. They're 6-2 against the number on the road. Brown at Princeton, next one up. Princeton laying 3.5, home favorite. They have been an absolute wagon in the Ivy League so far this year, as far as straight up, but sputtered in certain spots against the number. The problem is, so have the Brown Bears. Just when you think you can back them, then they screw you again. We just cashed a ticket with Brown on this here podcast, so we're going to stay away for this Saturday, wait for him to come around again. Next one up. Fairleigh-Dixon, who is, oh my goodness, 2-12 straight up, 4-7 against the number. There's some they ain't even fucking had total. I mean, they're bad. Against Sacred Heart, it just hadn't even been that much better though. 6-11 straight up, 7-7 against the number. Nothing of value there for me. Okay, partner, you got anything out of the West Virginia Mountaineers and the number 10 Kansas Jayhawks matchup today? Jayhawks laying 11.5 on their home hardwood.
I had some thoughts on this one, but I ultimately have stayed away so far. Do you have anything?
I got nothing, dude. You know me. I typically would like to get involved with the old Mountaineers with that many doggone points, but Huggy Bears boys, I don't know what's going on with the old Mountaineers this year, so it's kind of forcing me to stay away a little bit more often than not.
Well, they typically, I mean, they're 13-2 straight up, man. They're a solid team. I was more interested in the under actually in this one. Solid defense for West Virginia. I either see it. It was more of a lean. I'm interested in the under. It's kind of just holding me back, but I could see it either being, one of two ways. West Virginia keeping it in a close defensive scrappy game, and they would stay under the number and take the total under, or Kansas absolutely rolls them, and 70-45 or something like that. But I don't know. I'm still interested in that under.
Yeah, I couldn't call it either. I think so. Opened up at 145, down to 142.5. So I don't think you're on the wrong track by any means. I just got no interest in getting involved in this one. I know you love your Big 12. I'm all right.
I've got my 2 straight Big 12 unders. I got a different heat check though, or continuous heat check here, as was my whatever Thursday one was.
Sure enough. There you go. There you have it.
For now.
All right. Well, speaking of Big 12, we got another one up on tap right following this. My partner might have a play. I'd be hard-pressed to say he doesn't. We got number 22 Texas Longhorns at the number 16 Iowa State Cyclones. The wrong ISU, may I remind you. #roll birds. The Longhorns are the 2-point road favorite. Total opened at 120.5, up to 121.5. I got nothing here, partner. I got some opinions I can tell you about, but I got nothing. What say you?
I've got the Longhorns on the road, my friend. We've got a ranked home dog in this spot. A ranked home dog that has been struggling offensively once they get into Big 12 play. 1-3 straight up, and that is their last 4 games, all against Big 12 opponents. And that one game they won, it was a 51.
Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me?
I love this play as much as anything I've got today, my man.
They're so
Texas,
bad on the road.
That's fair.
That's what scares me. That's why I stayed away. Continue.
That's totally fair.
I'm sorry.
That's totally fair. No, you're fine. It's a fair concern. Iowa State, I know what they've been all season long, but now the second they got in Big 12 play, their offense was exposed. These Big 12 defenses this year are so damn legit, and Texas is no exception to that. They're number 8 ADE, top 10 ADE team. Both of these teams are top 10. Iowa State's defense is in that same category, but offensively, you've got a Texas team, 37th AOE, and Iowa State all the way down at 135. So when I say their offense is exposed in Big 12 play, it's been exposed by a couple teams in the same stratosphere defensively as Texas, but also a couple teams right around 40th ADE. And I think that's what we see here today. I think Texas gets rolling offensively. They're playing well. You had the one correctly as far as losing to Oklahoma State, and they've been 1-4 against the number, but they also recently in Big 12 play got a nice win, 8.5-point cover on the road at K-State. And I think they go in and expose this bad offense once again. I'm going to go out and say that it is a bad offense, my man. Much worse than a lot of these other defensive teams like we talk about that kind of are stagnant offensively like Tennessee and LSU. It is much worse than those teams, my friends. Texas 4-1, ATS last 5 as a favorite. So I really like the Longhorns in this spot. I think they roll. I think they get it done by at least 5. It is since jumping up to 2.5, 3 partner. despite 76% of bets and 73% of money on Iowa State. And that is going in favor of Texas, making it easier for Iowa State to cover. So I like the Longhorns a lot in this spot here. -2 is what I caught them at. I'd take it up to 3.5 though.
This spot has burned us time and time again all week, and I got everything you just closed it out with has been a spot that has absolutely just fucking destroyed us all week. There's this, this side. Oh, yeah, wait. And I just was doing that all morning trying to handicap this game, and I just couldn't get in the boat. Hey, more power to you. Sweat it out. If I'm siding anywhere, that's why I said, why are you doing this to me, Max? Because I wanted to lay the points with the Longhorns. They're just no good on the road, and if the Iowa State Cyclones show up anywhere, if their offense shows up anywhere, it's on their home hardwood. I mean, they beat the Iowa Hawkeyes by fucking 20 on their home hardwood as 5.5-point dogs. They beat Baylor, or they almost beat Baylor, lost by 5, Big 12 matchup, but they still covered. I would put Baylor way higher, way higher than Texas right now. Just not enough cohesion with the unit that Chris Beard has going on. Just fuck me, Max. Get me out of this.
I hear your concerns. Take us away. I think they smoke them by at least 6-7 points here.
Yeah, it was just the home and road split's really what sealed it for me. You basically, the only loss that Iowa State has taken, that's what I really wanted to. They're 10-1 on their home hardwood is really just what killed me there too. So there you go. There you have it. It's in the ticker. Max, next best bet of the day. You son of a bitch. No, I'm not doing it. I talked myself out of it. I'm not doing it. Miami, Ohio at Western Michigan. Next one up on tap. Any interest from you in this matchup?
No, sir. I got nothing. Western Michigan has just been so weird to read, man.
Drexel Dragons at the Northeastern Mavericks. I was interested in getting involved with Northeastern, laying 2 at home. Drexel has just been hot garbage, but I'll stay away from that one. No interest. Can't get involved. No opinion, really. Western Illinois at North Dakota State. Stay out of that one. Wofford Terriers against the Western Carolina Catamounts. Catamounts fresh off that beautiful straight-up win and against the Chattanooga Mocs as similar point dogs. Now they're at home, 9-point dogs against the Wofford Terriers, who have been rolling. But I'm going to stay out of that one. Kind of pissed me off, man. I wanted to get involved in some SoCon action today, but they got the numbers right on for SoCon here today. Next one up, UNC Greensboro Mercer. That's why I mentioned it. I wanted to get involved with Mercer. I wanted to delay those points. They all of a sudden seem like they are waking up, coming to, being ready to go. But UNCG, I just feel like this is a what have you done for me lately matchup. UNCG coming off of a brutal beat. They were leading the game the entire matchup. I forgot who they were playing, but they were leading it the entire time, and they let it slip away. We actually cashed the ticket.
Citadel, I think.
Citadel. That's right. It was a +3.5. Yeah, they were leading the game the entire time by 6-7 points, and they let it slip away at the very end. They lost outright. So, bang, what have you done for me lately? Mercer absolutely just fucking cooked VMI on their home hardwood. Back at their home hardwood. 2.5-point home favorites. Oh, man, they're going to keep rolling. Forget it. I'm out of it. I don't need it. Goodbye. See you later. UNCG versus Mercer SoCon matchup. Partner? You got anything out of the Pig Arkansas Razorbacks and the number 12 LSU Go Tigers?
No, sir, I don't. As much as I would love to get involved in this matchup, I don't know. There's something sticky going on here, and I don't know exactly what it is, and I don't want to be on the wrong side of it.
Xavier Pinson's out again. Is why this line is doing what it's doing. Yeah. And I think this line is perfect. I think this finishes right at 6. I don't know if LSU wins or if I think LSU wins, but I think it finishes right at 6, and this pushes out for both sides. I think that number is crazy spot on. Crazy.
I think you're right, man. Like I said, there's just some weird. I don't know. Arkansas. I like LSU. I like Arkansas. Keep me out of this one.
Arkansas is a public dog and a half, or turning into a public dog and a half. So I'm gonna stay away too. Delaware at Hofstra jumped off the screen. You know me and my Colonial boys too. I like Delaware plus the 5. Jumped up insane last night. Was moving. I said forget that. I'm out. Big Ten matchup. Let's see if the old Big Ten homer over there has got any action. Rutgers Scarlet Knights against the Maryland Terps. Terps laying 5 at home. Current total 135. What say you, sir?
I had this one with a big old star and a question mark, my friend. I like Maryland at home in this spot. Seems like it is a few too many points. That is why I didn't lock it in. But Rutgers, Both these teams are lower of the pack in the Big Ten, and Rutgers has obviously made bigger waves knocking off Michigan and Purdue, so that has their perception so much higher than it is, because I think Maryland's the better team, especially at home. Rutgers 0-4 against the number on the road.
0-5.
Maryland hasn't taken
0-5.
There you go.
0-5
And
straight
Maryland,
up and against the number. I said it on this show last week. Until them sons of bitches cover something on the road, we are not backing the Scarlet Knights away from their home hardwood. Period.
They actually haven't won it outright on the road either.
That's what I just said. 0-5 straight up, 0-5.
Oh, straight up.
You
said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I think I might take a flyer and do a little half-unit sprinkle on Maryland in this spot, because, like I said, I think they're the better team, and the public perception of them is they haven't knocked off any of these notable teams in the Big Ten like Rutgers has, but Rutgers has done all of that at home. They also just lost 49-66 on the road at Penn State, in the conversation for probably the second worst team in the Big Ten, along with these two other teams, I would say, but I think I'm going Maryland -5 for a half unit on this one, partner.
I'm going to stay completely away. At some point in time, Rutgers has to wake up on the road, and I don't know when that is, and I'm not trying to be in the way of it if it turns into be a 1-5 kind of situation. So I'm going to stay away from that one. Next one up, A10 matchup. Fordham Rams, who have started to show something over the last couple of weeks. Last couple of games, do they show anything against the St. Louis Billikens? I say hell no. Neither do the books. Billikens laying 13.5 at home. I think that's pretty spot on. I think this finishes by 14-15. I think the Billikens roll, but Fordham's been sneaky, man. They could show up out of nowhere. So there you go. There you have it. Next one up. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing, Mags? I have a SoCon. I have a SoCon pick.
That?
I forgot about this one. Oh, these are my two favorite SoCon teams, dude. And wow. Okay. So, going to the matchup between the Furman Paladins and the Chattanooga Mocs. And we're laying the wood with the Mocs, -3.5. If you do remember, we played a Middle Tennessee team at -3.5 this week. Easy cash, about 14 points. They won that game outright by. This game feels awfully damn similar. That was a Conference USA matchup. This is a SoCon matchup. This feels damn similar. Traditionally, I'd probably take the points with Furman, but I just talked about a what have you done for me lately, actually including this team. Chattanooga just coming off that brutal loss as double-digit favorites almost, I believe, against Western Carolina, who's not even in the same fucking ballpark as these two teams when it comes to SoCon play. I think they show up in a big way on their home hardwood. They have been damn good. Yeah, it was a 12.5-point road favorite on the road. It was when they lost outright. Jiminy Christmas. Come back home, 7-1 straight up, 4-2 against the number on their home hardwood. I am not worried about them continuing to roll with their home fans in the stands. Furman has struggled at best on the road. Been pretty damn good at home, but struggled on the road. 4-5 straight up, 2-5-2 against the number, with a key number right at like 3.5. All the public is going to see that and say, oh, this is finished right at a 3-ball. This is right at a 3-ball. I think Chattanooga wins this by 7, 8, 9. Basically, it's just because Chattanooga is all the way better across the board. AOE and ADE, Chattanooga's 36th in AOE, 142nd in ADE. Furman's 62nd in AOE and 182nd in ADE. Effective field goal and opponent effective field goal, same story. Chattanooga 71st in effective field goal, 129th in opponent effective field goal. Furman might be 24th in effective field goal, but 234th in opponent effective field goal. So I think that defense struggles for Furman, but I don't think we see it struggle for Chattanooga. Furman is allowing 70.9 points per game. Chattanooga's only allowing 63.1. Last but certainly not least, one key critical thing I think we see here that allows Chattanooga to really push this lead out and really start to stretch their legs and get a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-point lead is because they get a lot of second chance points. They are 10th in the nation on the offensive glass, and Furman is 251st in the nation on the defensive glass. So I think it's going to be an absolute all-out warfare blitz battle for the Mocs here today. I don't think they're going to have any problem covering this number, but if you don't believe me, believe the trends. Chattanooga, 4-1 ATS, last 5 overall, 5-2 ATS, last 7 as a favorite, 6-2 ATS, last 8 as a home favorite, 15-6 15-6-1, I apologize, against the number of their last 22 following a straight-up loss. 3-10-1 are the Paladins against the number of their last 14 following an ATS win. 1-4 against the number of their last 5 Saturday games. And 3-13-2 their last 18 games on the road. Give me all of the damn mocks, -3.5, my friends. We're back on them. Haven't been able to back them here for a little while. Stayed away of that big spread. Thank God we did. We're back on them at home. One more time, mocks -3.5.
I like it in the bounce back spot, my man. I think you're on the right side here.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Faux show. You getting involved? You staying out?
I'm going to stay out of that one.
Okay, absolutely. This is as you did with the Middle Tennessee, and they absolutely fucking destroyed it. So just a little something to think about.
I'll let you take it.
Next one up on tap. It's a while till I got anything again here. There's a lot in this next little leg here that I wanted, but I decided to ultimately stay away from. Okay. Hold on one second. Excuse me. Need a little refresher there. Oh, yeah. Woo! Okay. East Tennessee State, ETSU Buccaneers, Samford Bulldogs. No real opinion for me in this one. I know it's a SoCon matchup. Kind of middle of the pack teams in the SoCon so far this year. If I'm leaning anywhere, I'm probably leaning Samford, laying the 1.5 at home, but I'm good on all of that. I don't have any interest, especially with them being 1-3 against the number. It is a little sneaky to me. Next one up, Denver at South Dakota State. Any thoughts from you on that one, partner? I'm totally good.
No, sir.
From all
Big old
facets.
spread on that one. Denver's bad.
100%. Ooey Pooey against Milwaukee. Any thoughts from you there?
No. Didn't we have something as far as like some type of joke with Ooey Pooey, or was that just
Yeah, we had something, but I don't remember what the fuck
forgot.
it was. Yeah,
Wasn't good enough, apparently.
Nah, I guess it wasn't. St. Francis, PA at Merrimack. Merrimack laying 4.5. Yeah, St. Francis, PA has been kind of sneaky on the road. They've been able to cover in spots where you don't think they'll cover, but I'm not interested in scooping the 4.5 with them, so I'll stay away. UL Monroe against UT Arlington. The Mavericks of Arlington, Texas have been a sneaky group of some sons of bitches, I'll tell you that. Couple of times I thought, man, I think we can back them, and I've decided to stay away, and they've been cashing tickets recently, and I do not have the cojones to back them laying 7 points at home. But if I was a betting man, them being 6-1 straight up, 4-1 against the number on their home hardwood, that'd probably be where I was siding.
until the wheels fall off kind of deal?
Yeah, I think so. Also because ULM's 2-7 straight up and against the number on the road, so might still be an okay spot for you to back them. But I'm good. Next one up. Partner, I'm sure this one was just fucking eating at you. This one was like a dagger right into the side of your soul. The Florida State Seminoles against the Syracuse Orange. I don't even have to look at the screen to know the look on your face, my friend. Oh, boy, the Orange laying 2.5 at home. If I'm leaning anywhere, I'm leaning with the Orange, laying at 2.5 at home. Florida State's burned us time and time and time again. They have yet to cover on the road, but just in these exact spots, as soon as you think you can back Boeheim and the boys, they kick you square in the mouth. So I'm saying far the fuck away. I'll enjoy this ACC matchup from off the court in this one.
You couldn't have put a group of words together that exemplified what's going on in my head the last 3 hours looking at this game, dude. Because much like you said with Rutgers, I think Florida State's actually a good team, so I think they wake up eventually on the road, but sometime. I am not going to be burned by the stove once again today. And I also I've told you I like whenever I like a Syracuse opponent if they can, hit a high percentage of 3-pointers. Florida State's kind of bottom half of the pack. Not terrible by any means, but certainly not in the realm of where I like the sweet spot for a Syracuse opponent. So keep me out of this one, my man. It's been hurting my brain all day.
Yeah, this is one I knew we'd have a good little bit of conversation on for sure, because Florida State's burned us a few times, Syracuse has burned us a few times. Don't let them do it to you. Stay out of this game, my friend. Gardner-Webb running Bulldogs at the Longwood Lancers. Lancers laying 3 at home. They are 8-1 straight up, 4-1 against the number on their home hardwood. Typically one of my favorite Big South teams to back. However, G-Webb has been a little bit sneaky from time to time here over the course of the last few games, especially on the road. So I decided to stay away. But if you want a little afternoon action, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, lay the wood with the Lancers at home, -3. Stephen F. Austin going up against Sam Houston Bearcats with a K. That's right, Bearcats with a K. It is a pick'em with a K as well. How about that? It is kind of wild.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's wild. They recently kind of last 2 years have really been popping up as that D1 school, and I was like, you know what, let me get involved. What's up with Sam Houston here? I'm like, oh wait, Bearcats with a K. All right, well
I know they've always had a solid football program in the lower levels, but I guess I never knew their Bearcats name there.
No, they're coming up. Only problem for the old Cats though is that Stephen F. Austin is a damn good team so far this year. They've been sneaky as well, but I don't know which way this one falls, so I'm going to stay out. Yep. Ohio Valley, wonderful matchup here between the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles and the UT Martin Skyhawks, one of my favorite team names in all of college basketball, the Skyhawks. Wish they would be able to actually do a little bit more from time to time, but hey, no problem, no harm, no foul. We just don't get involved. Detroit Mercy at Cleveland State. The Vikings laying 6 at home after taking a brutal beat to the Oakland Golden Grizzlies that we actually cashed the ticket. Thank you, Moneyline Dice, for that play. Shout out. Cleveland State, rebound spot, playing a terrible Detroit Mercy team. I'd say lay the 6 at home, but I didn't really see enough value there to be able to back it at that number. Next one up, Boise State at the New Mexico Lobos. Lobos just got bounced all over their fucking, well, it wasn't their home hardwood, it was UNLV. They got absolutely destroyed against UNLV, and now they play Boise State, who has been pretty damn good on the road and a pretty damn good team overall, but I don't know that they deserve to lay 9 on the road. That's a little bit too much for me, so with the performance of the Lobos in their last matchup, it's a stay away. Next one up, doggone it, I want to get involved in this one too, but I just don't know. It's an SEC matchup. I don't know.
Son of a bitch.
They're excellent at home. I don't know what they do on the road. I'm talking about the Texas A&M Gig 'em Aggies against the Missouri Tigers. Man, I wanted to Gig 'em Aggies so fucking bad today, but I'm not going to. Laying 4.5 points worth of wood on the road is
dude,
too much for me. Too much for me. And Mizzou has been able to take care of this a couple of times, but I don't have enough faith in the Tigers to do that either with how hot the damn Aggies have been.
Keyword a couple of times, man. It seems like a big setup for the Aggies, man. 75% of bets, 89% of money on the Ags, and 4.5 against Mizzou. Dude, I was looking. I think Mizzou's like, they're pushing the envelope as far as contender for worst Power 5 conference team as far as KenPom ranking. They're bottom 3 with Georgia and Pitt. Those two teams I think are a little bit lower, but they've knocked off, like you said, a couple of times against some actual Bama, Utah, and then they turn around and they lose by 25-30 to Illinois, Kentucky. A 44-point loss is their most recent showing against Arkansas, dude. It seems like a big fat setup, and they should take care of it, but I've got no interest in putting money down on this Missouri team.
Me neither. You said Illinois. Shout out. I got Listexia, so I'm not sure if it was 68-53 or 63-58, but I know it was somewhere in that realm of range. I don't remember exactly. But the U of I Fighting Illini beat the absolute dog piss out of the Michigan Wolves.
88-63. Oh yeah.
Oh, it was 88.
Or last night. Sorry, my bad.
It was last night. Yeah, last night. 88
Michigan.
to 63.
Okay. I'm looking at Mizzou, Illinois, like a few weeks ago. It was 88-63. Last night, Illinois won like 15, I think. Yeah.
Oh, so then it was 68-53 if they won by 15. I just said I have Listexia, so I don't know if it was 63-58. You just don't have sometimes the best listening abilities. But that's okay. That's all right. I still love you regardless. I love you for who you are. It is what it is. Yeah. Next one up on tap. Yeah, get us out of that game because that's got no fucking value. Oh, that one's going to be nasty. Somebody's getting burned somewhere. Towson Tigers at the Elon Phoenix, I want to say. Shit, I don't know. Colonial matchup. Towson laying 5 on the road. They're 6-1 against. Oh hell yeah! Shot in the dark. How about that, baby? 6-1 against the number. Are the Tigers on the road? But a lot of those have been as underdogs. Yeah, you got to stay away from this one. Until the Tigers start proving themselves again, you really got to stay away. Yep. Another Colonial matchup, James Madison, my Dukes, have not had any value for crying out loud since the second week of the season, I feel like, going against the William and Mary Tribe. Tribe could not cover a twin-size bed if you called them a king-size blanket for the first month and a half of the season. And now all of a sudden they figured out how to cover a couple of games. I would lay the 10.5 with the Dukes because they've been rolling. They just absolutely killed Northeastern, and Northeastern has continuously killed them year in and year out over the course of the last 10 years for crying out loud. So I think that's the right side, but in case the tribe shows up at home, no thanks.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. It does seem like the right side. 42% of bets on James Madison, but 93% of money is what I'm seeing. So a lot of big players playing James Madison. It looks like they should roll, but I don't know enough.
Sure enough. Next one up on tap. Louisville Cardinals at the Pittsburgh Panthers. ACC matchup opened up at 3.5. Now up to 4.5 across market consensus. Pittsburgh Panthers are the 4.5-point home dog. Partner, anything from you?
I mean, hell, if this isn't the exact same situation as Missouri and Texas A&M, then I don't know, man. Maybe Louisville isn't in that same type of level that you and I think A&M is, but I just mentioned Pitt is one of the worst 3 teams as far as Get Bomb rankings, man. 74% of bets, 88% of money on Louisville. One of these two teams, Missouri or Pitt, is going to cover. I just don't know which one.
Louisville has been actually really bad as of late. They've struggled to cover the number at home. They've lost a couple outright at home. I really wanted to fade them. They're 1-3-1 against the number on the road. I wanted to take the Pitt Panthers, but I'm still not sold that the Panthers are all the way back. 4.5 seems like an awful lot of fucking points in this AACC matchup, but I'm going to stay away. I don't think there's any reason to get involved in this one. Take a little stock, take a little notes, whatever you want to do. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. Don't get involved. ACC.
Well, no, because
would you agree that with ACC stamped on it or Big 12 stamped on it? Just fucking sit mags on the fucking the 50-foot deep dive in and just let him just look down and just talk me back.
I had a thought to ponder for a second because what I said is, what did I say? Pitt or Mizzou, one of those 4.5 should cover, right?
Yeah.
I feel like maybe one of those two might win outright. Maybe I sprinkle a little small unit on the money line, and if on either of those
maybe
two money
you
lines,
just sack up and fucking do a 2-leg parlay of Mizzou and Pitt, and we fucking see the setup on the in the front of our fucking eyes, and just take it. We see the setup in front of our eyes. We're talking about it. We talk about it and we be about it. We don't just talk about it and then go fucking lay by our dish. We go and fucking get in the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about the 2-leg, but I am interested in sprinkling a little money line on both, and if one of them gets the outright win, I get some profit.
That'd be pretty cool. Okay, maybe. Think about it. There you go. There you have it. Both interesting matchups. Next one up, Atlantic Sun. No real value here. North Alabama, Central Arkansas. I'd lay the 4 points with North Alabama if I was a betting man, but Central Arkansas has been pretty solid at home, so I'm good. Big 12 matchup. Partner, Oklahoma Sooners go to visit the Texas Christian University Horny Frogs. The Horny Frogs are a 1.5 home puppy dog. What say you?
My man, this is my 2 plays out of this one, partner. I've got the Horned Frogs on the money line. I'm eating those points.
Whoa.
And I'm going to the under, my friend. I am going to the under. Whoa. What did I catch it? 136, and it has dropped to 135. I like that under a lot. That is probably my favorite play. But I also like that TCU money line. I think the public perception of Oklahoma is significantly higher than the public perception of TCU. Maybe you disagree. I don't know. But I do feel like Oklahoma has had a lot more games, within the public view, within the eye of the public view, as contrary to TCU, who the main game that they've had, the main 2 games, they beat Texas A&M outright and they lost to Baylor and failed to cover that one. But TCU, these teams are actually really close. 42 ADE for TCU, 38 for Oklahoma. So very, very close defensive teams again. Lends into my under, and they're very slow tempos. 232 for Oklahoma, 274 for TCU. So they play a real similar style of basketball. Kind of lends into my under. I think it is going to be a slow-paced defensive game. So I really, really like the under. But I also like a little flyer on the. I'm going half unit on both of these, money line and the under in this one, partner. TCU 5-1-2 last 8 ATS, just overall last 8 ATS 5-1-2, 4-1-2 last 7 following a straight up win. And Oklahoma, big sample size, 8-21-1 last 30 as a road favorite. They have been overvalued the last couple of seasons on the road, my friends. And the under is 6-2-2 last 10 TCU home games. I think we got some defensive matchups here. I think these teams are a lot closer, kind of how this line says. I think one way or another it's going to be a very close game, but I think TCU can get the job done at home. Their ATS numbers aren't fantastic, but they are 6-1 straight up at home, partner. They failed to cover. They failed to cover that 9.5 as the dog against Baylor, and they failed to cover a couple of big spreads at home. So I'm not looking too closely at that home ATS record for TCU. I think they get it done outright, and I really, really think this game stays under 136.
I think you're right. The problem is I don't bet with what I think. Half unit on both, you said?
Half unit on the money line, half unit on the under.
Sounds like you're not insanely confident in either one of them. If I can be honest with you, sounds like you saw OK State and Baylor as the last Big 12 matchup on the fucking slate and said, holy fuck, I need some type of Big 12 action. Let me fucking get involved. Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
That's not what I do ever.
I don't know. I just...
Sorry. I got 3 Big 12 matchups. This is the third one I've talked about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Actually, I might now that I've talked through it a little more, I'm actually full unit type confidence in that under 136. I might go and put a full unit on that.
The under 136 I could definitely buy into. Maybe OK's offense shows up, but just with how good both of these defenses have been so far, it just feels like a set-up spot for the fucking Horned Frogs. It just feels like, 1 point home dogs. I got to take them on the money line. Goodness gracious, 6-1 straight up. Like, I know that's what you said. I'm not trying to imitate you, but it's just like I've watched TCU pretty damn close, and they've just been like fucking, I don't know. I'm good. But hey, hey. There you go. There you have it. They're in the ticker. 2 mags. Best bets of the day. Keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. The New Jersey Institute of Technology Highlanders against the Albany Great Danes. Nothing in this matchup, but you know me, I love the American East. Wednesday, we're probably taking NJIT in this spot, but it's not Wednesday, it's Saturday, so forget it, we're out. Kennesaw State against the Stetson Hatters. Stetson laying 1.5 at home. They ain't been worth a hot damn, but neither has Kennesaw State on the road, so out of that one. UC Riverside against Cal State Bakersfield. Cal State Bakersfield has not been able to cover anything yet at home. UC Riverside 4-3 ATS against the number on the road. Both teams kind of going back and forth. If you're going anywhere, I'd say lay the wood with Riverside. Coppin State against Morgan State. Not really sure why this is a pick'em. That is why. Coppin State has been pretty, well, yeah, that would be why, but I think it's a setup. I think Morgan State rolls. If you want any action in this matchup, I would take Morgan State -1.5. Coppin State is 10-4 against the number on the road, but 1-3 straight up. So if you're playing that +1.5, you got to pretty much bank on the fact that they're going to win this one straight up. Only reason why this is a pick'em, Morgan State's just been overvalued. 4-0 straight up at home. They haven't had a spread set yet, so they just haven't had any damn good quality opponents yet. Coppin State is not. They're not that guy, pal. So I would. I'm surprised that actually maybe it just wasn't open yet. Morgan State -1.5. That's interesting. The MEC or the MEAC, Mid Eastern Athletic. Dixie State against Seattle. Seattle laying the 11. Over's kind of been valuable with old Dixie State. Up to 153.5. I think that's just a little bit too much. So I decided to stay out of this one. Gonzaga Bulldogs against the Santa Clara Broncos. And if the Santa Clara Broncos hadn't have burned me a few times, I would say this is the exact spot that they are all of a sudden just going to show up out of nowhere. They're getting 15.5 points at home against the Bulldogs. I don't have the yawns to do it. I'm good. I'm staying out of this one.
I don't have the owns either, but that does seem like low-hanging fruit if you're interested in Gonzaga, right? Gonzaga, this is the point of the season where you kind of forget about them, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, this is the point in the season where you forget about Gonzaga. They just absolutely destroy teams. I mean, they've covered a couple 30-point spreads, but that's kind of, I don't know.
Bro, the Broncos are 8. The Broncos are 8-2 straight up on their home hardwood. So
yeah.
I don't know. Something to think about. Damn good team for sure. Staying out of it. AAC matchup, Memphis against ECU. Memphis laying 7 points on the road. I got no interest in doing that, even though, I love Penny Hardaway's boys. 1-4 straight up and against the number on the road. No, thank you. Can't bet on it, but I would say you should stay the hell away from it. Probably one of the most disgusting matchups on the board here today. Chicago State against Lamar. Ooh. Wow, goodness sakes, goodness gracious, how do you even end up scheduling that in the regular season of college basketball? Goodness gracious, no harm, no foul to any of you players on the team. It's just, oh boy.
I'm sure they know.
Yeah, I'm sure they know.
I'm sure they know.
Next one up, Norfolk State against Howard. Typically, I'd be interested in laying the 4 with the home team Howard Bison, but they've burned us a couple times here lately, so we'll stay away. Norfolk State should be able to get the job done, but scuffled on the road. FAU against UAB. UAB has been damn good, but 14.5-point home favorite good? I don't know. I question it. I think they destroy FAU, who is 1-4 straight up and ATS on the road so far this year, but I don't know. Too many points for me to buy into. Partner, you care to get a lick back at all in the Pac-12? Cal against Washington State. No. Washington State laying 9.5 at home, or do you heed to my knowledge of stay the hell away out of the Pac-12 at least for a month?
For the most part, yes. I was interested in the under. I am staying away. I was interested in the under because both these teams play actually pretty competent defenses. Cal, not a very good offensive team. Was not impressed. Haven't been impressed at all as far as Washington State's offense, and the total isn't set crazy low. But yeah, I would lean towards Cal getting the points against a team that I don't think is very good offensively. I think it's a low-scoring, close game. But like you said, and I am absolutely listening to it, staying away from the Pac-12 for now.
All right. I love it. There you go. There you have it. Next one up on tap. Texas Southern, Alcorn State. Texas Southern has been a fucking wagon. 8-3 ATS on the road, but only 3-8 straight up. So you be the judge of what that means with them as a 2-point road favorite. I'm going to stay way the hell away of the Texas Southern Tigers. Next one up. University of North Texas Main Grain against the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers have been an absolute fucking wagon in and of their own right. Another Conference USA matchup. Shout out, America. Fuck yeah. Western Kentucky, minus 2-point home favorite. I don't understand. They have been whooping teams' ass. Doesn't make sense to me. I like the mean green, but it feels like a setup. I'm going to see myself out the back door. See you later. Next one up on tap. I actually do have a play out of this one. Wake Forest, Demon Deacons at the number 25 Virginia Cavaliers. And my friends, taking the Demon Deacons plus 3.5 on the road. This is awfully interesting to me that this is the damn near identical, even though it dropped down. It's the damn near identical point spread that we just saw with these Virginia Cavaliers against the Virginia Tech Hokies. They just rolled against the Hokies. I do not see it happening back to back in the AAC here. It just in my mind, or the ACC. I'm sorry. These teams are too doggone evenly matched right now. Wake Forest has been flying under the radar, left, right, and center for so many doggone people, and I just highly suggest that you stop doing it. Anywhere you want to back them, they've been pretty doggone profitable, especially as underdogs. Sometimes they've been a little bit overvalued as a favorite. I've gotten a little bit out of my means and backed them as a favorite on the road, and that just hasn't been the right spot. But as a road dog and as a dog in general, they have been damn good. They're 8-3 against the number of their last 11 as a road dog. 7-3 against the number of their last 10 versus a team with a winning straight-up home record. The Virginia Cavaliers 2-5 ATS last 7 as a favorite. 3-10 against the number of their last 13 home games. 3-10 against the number of their last 13 as a home favorite, and 1-5 against the number of their last 6 following a straight-up win. I think this is a huge letdown spot for the Cavaliers here. Nobody's looking at Wake Forest in this spot at all. Nobody's looking at Wake Forest. They're all zigging, and I'm choosing to zag, and it looks like the Sharps are too. I love the Demon Deacons plus the 3.5, and I think you should too.
I'm out on this one. I am taking a break on backing or fading Virginia right now. Got a nice under on last Saturday's show, my man. Got a nice under for them. I might be interested in that one in this game again. But got smoked by them because of backing them last Saturday. Got smoked by them trying to take the Hokies the last time. So I'm just taking a break as far as Virginia spreads right now.
Sure enough, I can buy into that. Shout out. We got a nice comment flying in there from the legendary Kim Braze Jones, the leader of the TTL Faithful fan base. Cup of Joe with a piece. Morning. Shout out. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it grooving. Hey, you want to stay out? It's okay. You're missing out on another ticket that's making it to the pay window. Next one up on up? Incarnate Word against the Texas A&M Corpus Christi. I love saying Corpus Christi for some reason. I don't know. It just rolls off the tongue. Corpus Christi. Nothing for me in this matchup, though. I am staying clear the hell away from it. I am good. Next one up, wanted to get involved, but since they burned us last week, we're going to stay away on this exact day. Rhode Island Rams against the UMass Minutemen. I wanted the Minutemen plus the points at home, 6-1 straight up and against the number this season on their home hardwood. But something's fishy about that. There's a reason they're a dog. I'm going to stay away even though I don't want to, and I don't have enough faith to back the Rams on the road. Can't bet it. You got anything on that one?
No, sorry. I don't have anything on that one. That's
okay.
all I was going to say.
Eastern Michigan at NIU. You grew up about 10 minutes from this fucking campus. Anything from you on the old NIU and EMU matchup here, Maction game?
No, sir. Was it last Saturday where I kind of trashed their basketball program and
smacked you right in the mouth?
What's that?
I think they smacked you right in the mouth. Yeah.
We can't bet on them.
I know, but I know that, but I think they still won. I think they covered or whatever the fuck.
They did. Wow, they won as 15.5 point dog. Yeah, I don't keep. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I don't keep tabs on NIU basketball.
It's like, wasn't I talking shit about them? I was like, yeah, I think you were, and they fucked the team up. I was furthering your point.
Yeah. Good for them. Yeah.
Yeah, they came out of nowhere.
Actually, not last Saturday. They bounced back and got them on Wednesday, 15.5 point dogs against Kent State. They got smoked by Toledo last Saturday.
Yeah, it was last Saturday for sure.
My bad.
Hey, all good. There you go. There you have it. Another Maction matchup. Speaking of Toledo, the Toledo Rockets against the Bowling Green Falcons. I wanted to lay the wood with the Toledo Rockets on the road, but at some point this luck's going to run out. They're 3-4 straight up, 5-2 against the number on the road. Obviously, they're so good against the number because they have been a puppy dog. They're not a puppy dog here. Bowling Green has sucked about 10 cocks at one time. Every single chance they get an opportunity to step on the hardwood. I mean, I'm sorry to put that visual in your head, but I don't know how else I can describe their style of play. It is hot garbage.
Appendix at the same time.
It is hot garbage, my friends. That is exactly what it is. Either way, I just don't think that you need to get involved in this matchup. It looks like the Sharps are saying Bowling Green's going to show up one way or another, but I can't find an angle as to why we should back them, so I'm going to stay out.
Just too damn inconsistent. We've had that angle as far as Sharps backing them before, right? I think it was that Bowling Green and was it Akron? Was that who it was?
Buffalo.
Yeah, right. And they got smoked in the second half.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so yeah, we'll stay way out of that one. Team that's cashed some tickets for us time and time again in this spot, but got to stay away because at some point in time this is going to run out. Air Force Falcons getting 9.5 points at home against the Nevada Wolfpack. Nevada, whatever. I am from the middle of the United States. I don't care how you want me to pronounce it. Air Force plus 9.5, 5-0 straight up, 4-1 ATS at home. They have covered time and time again as a home dog, as a big point home dog too. But Nevada has been good, man. Nevada, they have been terrific.
It is Nevada, right? People corrected you and said Nevada, right? I'm just asking.
I think it's Nevada. Yeah, Nevada. I think it's Nevada because
I think you said Nevada, and then someone was like, "No, it's Nevada," which seems like the total bass backwards for us as far as it seems like us saying Nevada would be the way that people make fun of us. And yeah exactly. That seem like the way that people would make
that's
fun
what
of
I
us
was thinking. Whatever. Either way, there you go. There you have it. I would typically take the Falcons here, but I just don't know if they have enough firepower to keep up with the old Wolfpack.
Right.
Big 12 matchup, just talked about a little while ago. No value for me or my partner. Baylor against OK State. Nothing there. Yep, partner shaking his head. Yeah, I got nothing on that one. Next one up, Nebraska Omaha against the South Dakota Coyotes. Not interested in anything there. Bellarmine against Lipscomb. Lipscomb has been pretty doggone good on their home hardwood. Just been a little overvalued in a couple of spots. One of those teams that doesn't play any teams that you know about. Don't really have spread sets. So I think they're being a little undervalued today. I think they could handle Bellarmine 1-6 straight up on the road for the Knights. Jacksonville, our boys going and playing North Florida. Jacksonville 2.5 point favorites on the road. If North Florida was not 4-1 straight up on their home hardwood, I would be back in the Dolphins. But for that reason, I'm going to stay out. Sunbelt matchup.
Nothing on that one. But.
Nothing. Sunbelt matchup, JASO, Georgia Southern Eagles, and the South Alabama Jaguars. South Alabama has been sick so far this year. 8-1 straight up, 4-1 against the number home hardwood. but they're laying 7.5 points today. I don't think they are good enough for you to lay that. Don't go over like 2.5, 3.5 with the Jaguars. I've been paying attention to Sunbelt here lately.
Yeah, you said 7.5?
Yeah, it's 7.5.
I think it's up to 8.5. Well, 8.5 in a couple spots. So yeah,
okay,
they might be the team that rolls, but I'm out of it. Yeah,
all right, I'm out of that too. Another Sunbelt matchup: ULL Raging Cajuns against the Texas State Tigers. I think it is Jaguars, Bobcats. Oh, Texas State Bobcats. That's what it is. I knew it was one of those things. I just kept naming some fucking furry,
you got closer and closer
feline. Yeah, there you go. The furry felines are laying 4.5 on their home hardwood. They seem like the right side to play, but just when you think that, then ULL shows up out of nowhere. So I'm good. Nickel State, New Orleans. No thanks. I've tried so hard. Can't seem to get away from misery. And I've tried to figure out what the hell's going on with these two teams. Nickel State figures shit out one game. They don't the next game. UNO, the same thing. I'm good. I don't need it. I'm not interested in it. See you later.
Hey, -4 for
Nickel State. Yeah,
because
I would be like, oh, UNO, give me all of the 4.5 points. No. Keep me away. Oh, hey, partner. Hey, up our alley. The Missouri Valley Conference. The Missouri State Bears go to play the Valparaiso Golden Knights, I think they are.
No, not quite.
What are they?
The Beacons.
The Beacons.
Beacons.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, they're not
not
the Golden Knights. Either way, I'm going to call them the Golden Knights. Fuck the Beacons. That's a terrible team name. The Golden Knights of Valparaiso are 5-4 straight up.
Just declaring them a different team. Nah, that's not your name.
Fuck you. No. 2-5 against the number. Valpo's been all right. Most states a wagon. They're year in and year out. They're a fucking wagon. Don't let their record so far fool you. They've just been kind of overvalued in some spots. I'd lay the 3.5 with them, but I had enough other plays I didn't need to get involved.
Yeah, that's kind of my thoughts too. I mean, I really like them, man. I guess maybe if you look deeper into it, or maybe if we looked deeper into it, I'm sure we could find the value. But yeah, like you said, a lot of other value on the board. Didn't dive too deep into it.
Sure enough, nothing for me. Houston Baptist, McNeese State, Portland State against Sacramento State. That might also be in contention for the worst game on today's slate. The 3-8 Portland State team goes to play the 5-6 Sacramento State team. Both teams are, if you see them playing anybody, full fade train. I don't know who you fade when they play each other.
Do you know their nicknames?
Portland State is the Hornets, and I'm sorry. Sacramento State is the Hornets, and Portland State is the fucking. I want to say they're like something demons, or
not quite.
Like something devils or something like that.
Vikings,
that's right. Oh, okay, yeah. Got it. Okay, next one up on tap. In my opinion, apparently also too in John Rothstein's humble opinion, shout out, this is going to be the fucking mid-major game of the decade. Murray State Racers against the Belmont Bruins. Belmont's been a wagon. You can't know. They're like, there's no, like, hey, Belmont's a wagon. Belmont is a wagon. Murray State, also a wagon. 3-2 straight up, or 13-2 straight up overall. Belmont 13-3 straight up. This is going to be electric. Both teams boat race. Both teams knock down the three. Both teams play defense well. This is going to be so much fun. I can't wait to watch this game. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm not getting involved. It's a later don't play it situation for me, but being the mid-major king and this being probably the premier Ohio Valley matchup of the entire season so far, you know I'm tuning in. So, yeah, a little food for thought, right? If you ain't doing nothing around 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, just before
you said later don't play it. Is your opinion?
Later don't play it in my opinion.
Okay.
In my opinion,
okay.
Yeah, I think they pull away just at the end. I think it's like some of that classic horse shit. Right at the end, they knock down some free throws, being on their home hardwood, a turnover, or whatever, and they just get it done by 7 or 8.
Okay. Yeah, I'm don't have strong opinions. I guess because I don't see any money splits on this one. I just see a lot of public bet percentage on Belmont, but I don't know the money percentage to make a conscious decision here.
Me neither. So we continue to move on. Northwestern State, Selah, Southeastern Louisiana. No. But also no. Selah is laying 8.5 on their home hardwood. They are a terrible basketball team. CLA is one of the worst basketball teams in the Southland Conference. Period.
Yeah.
But so is Northwestern State, so I don't know that. They're 0-9 straight up on the road. They've been able to cover from time to time. I'm good. Keep me out of that.
Get out of here.
I was just trying. Oh, my gosh. I was just trying to get involved with Northwestern State again after they did what they did to me at that stupid fucking Southland tip-off. What am I doing?
I don't know.
Little swaction. Shout out RMags TTL Sports. Alabama A&M, the Bulldogs against the Alabama State Hornets. Hornets laying 3.5 at home. Anything from you here, my man?
No, sir. I think that line is dead on. What do you got? Are you just shocked that I'm out?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Fuck this one. Next one up on tap. Bethune-Cookman.
Oh, baby.
Tigers against the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils. The Delta Devils are a...
You see it correctly, my friend. You see it correctly.
4-point home dog. Partner, don't tell me. Do not tell me that you're back on the fade train.
I didn't make any play coming to this, partner. I've told you there's going to be spots, and I'm tentative and considering at least even backing the Delta Devils. For anyone that doesn't know, didn't follow us last year, Mississippi State last year and still this year, and even more so last year. Last year, they're so much better than they were. They're so much better now than they were last year, and they're still the dead last ranked team on KenPom. They were so much worse last year. This line probably would have been 25-30, and Bethune-Cookman would have won by 50. They were one of the worst teams ATS, despite getting 30 to 50 point spreads. That's not a typo or a misspoken words, and they're only +4 dogs. I might put a quarter unit, little few dollar sprinkle on the damn money line for my boys, dude. They are not the fade train anymore. They're 7-7 against the number. They're covering a lot of these spreads every single time. Every single time when it's all of these, I would like to check and see what their single digit spread record is, because that's when they've been taking care of numbers, dude. I didn't look at any line movement. Give me the fucking money line, dude. I'm a madman. How tough am I? I'm taking the Delta Devils on the damn money line, dude. That's how tough am I.
Mag says the 0-4 straight up on their home hardwood. The 1-13 overall straight up. Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils are making it straight to the fucking pay window on this gorgeous Saturday of bets. And you know what, my friends? I'm cuckoo enough in the Cocoa Puffs to fucking agree with him. We're putting a quarter units on fucking the Delta Devils. They're getting their first their home hardwood win. Bethune-Cookman sucks ass. All right, there you go. Ew. Next one up. We're going to not the whack. We're just on the whack. Yeah. Western Athletic, Abilene Christian, scratch 'em cats, if you will, against the New Mexico State, not gig 'em, but shoot 'em. Ags.
I can't. I'm sorry. I'm actually locking into bed, and I just can't believe my eyes that my brain is just actually telling me to punch these in. And
he's looking at the Delta Devils at plus money, saying, "Am I really about to do this motherfucking shit? This cannot
my
be."
degenerate
he's fucking looking out the window.
Day.
Is hell freezing over? What has happened? Holy shit.
Hey, I need to add them to my quarter sip collection, dude. I don't know what I got to do. I'll pay $2 on the or 200 cents on the dollar for a Mississippi Valley State quarter zip, dude.
Well, if I find one at Thrifton next time around somewhere, I'll hook it up.
If you find a Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils quarter zip at a Illinois thrift store, we might just have to retire. I don't know.
Yeah, we might just have to. Yeah, we might be done for sure. For sure. Okay, out of the rabbit hole, back into it. Nothing from us, Scratching Cats and the Aggies. Winthrop Eagles at the Charleston Southern Buccaneers or Pirates. Can't remember what they are. Maybe it's the Buccaneers. Maybe it's the Pirates. Not sure. Winthrop laying 12.5 on the road. I don't care to get involved. Middle Tennessee against Florida International. The FIU Panthers come in as 8-point dogs. I told you there'd be a lot of spots that we could back the Blue Raiders, especially as home favorites. Just a few too many points on this one for me. I really wanted to take Middle Tennessee. They're 7-0 straight up, 4-0-1 against the number on their home hardwood, but just a little bit too many points for me there. A little pudding pop. How you doing? Next one up, Pac-12 match.
Good appearance, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Bill. Good for seeing you, Phil. Next one up, Stanford Cardinal at the Washington Huskies. Usually, partner would say, you know what? Fuck the damn Stanford Cardinal. They just absolutely burned me on Thursday. These sons of bitches ain't no way they're doing anything. But I'm glad to hear that he's staying out of the Pac-12 for the time being. No value found from him. I was interested in the trees, but I too am going to just stay way the hell away from the Pac-12 for the foreseeable future here.
Right, and this would be a total, like you said, kind of a spite play against Stanford. But Washington, I've backed them once, and it was a very, very specific matchup against Utah. I didn't look too deep into it because I knew I was staying away. It would be a total spite. Washington is also not a good team at all, so get me out of this one, partner.
You have not had, you haven't had anything since OK and
No.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure I was up to date on everything.
I got one more coming up here in a second.
I got, let's see, overall I have 3 more here.
Okay.
Over on this side of the screen. So we'll steam along here. So we got a little time to shoot some shit. We'll try and get out about 10:30 or so. Talk about some UFC, whatever. Colorado State, San Jose State. Colorado State, one lone road game, 0-1 straight up and against the number. They're laying 12 points on the road. If I was a betting man, I would be taking the 12 points with the Spartans, 6-1 straight up, 5-1 against the number for that San Jose State team. But I don't know. Some point in time, the old Rams got to show up on the road, and it might just be here today. Next one up, ACC matchup. I'm interested to see what my partner thinks on this one. You know he's the ACC man. Notre Dame Fighting Irish going to Virginia, making a little cross-country trip, playing the Virginia Tech. I'm in love with the Hokies. The Hokies are laying 6.5 points as home favorites in this one. Notre Dame has seemed to be unbeatable over the course of their last few games, but now 6.5-point road dogs. I don't know what to think here, especially after Virginia Tech just burned us real bad against Virginia, most especially burned you as it was your best bet of the day. Yeah. Any idea where this one kind of shakes out, partner?
My man, I mean, I did not come to the show with anything. Notre Dame has not been very good on the road. They're starting to even out a little bit. They've got at least 5 straight wins, 3 straight covers overall, home or away. They've been fantastic at home. We talked about them. It was that moneyline dice roll against Clemson. They took care of Clemson at home, but they just have not been as good on the road. Their last 2 wins on the road are Georgia Tech and Pitt, probably, quite possibly the 2 worst teams in the ACC on some short spreads. And Virginia Tech's in desperate need of a win here, partner. The 6.5 is just a couple too many, which makes me think they probably smoke them. They won the last 2 matchups last year. Both games were last year. 1-point favorite, they won by 11, the Hokies. And at a 6.5-point favorite, they won by 14. January 10th, so about 360 days ago, they got very similar action, and they covered it by about 14 points. So maybe lay it or don't play it. Don't take the Irish on the road would be my opinion, but maybe just stay away. I don't know.
Sorry, shout out George Tapling. Sorry, we are saying fade your Irish here today, my friend. Shout out also, follow at Fourth and Irish on Twitter. My man could use some follow. He's got a solid fucking blog, especially during Fighting Irish Gold Helmet football season. Go follow that. Shout out Georgie. Haven't seen you forever, my guy. G Taps.
Fellow Sox fan.
Yeah, fellow Sox fan too. I mean, these 2 motherfuckers are 2 peas in a pod over here. Fucking Green Bay Packers and White Sox fans living in Chicago, in the heart of the city. What? Talk about 2 goofy goobers need to go meet up somewhere. Jiminy Christmas. Next one up on tap, SEC matchup. Vanderbilt Commodores and the Georgia Bulldogs. Partner, I gotta play, partner. I gotta play, partner. Operation Fade the fucking Dogs is still in full effect, my friend, and the average college basketball bettor that's going to be stumbling into the drunkenly as they fucking oh shit, my Bengals,
it's a later game, I can see that.
My Bengals minus 4.5 didn't make it to the pay window. I gotta have something. Wait, SEC game. Who the fuck is Vanderbilt? The Georgia Bulldogs are fucking underdogs at home? They're dogs in their own name. We got to back them. Well, they wouldn't know that the Georgia Bulldogs have been sucking ass at home. 5-6 straight up, 3-7-1 against the number, and the Commodores have not been doing that on the road. 3-1 straight up and against the number on the road. And my friends, there is a very specific reason as to why they are favored. It's because they are going to cover this game. It's because they deserve to be the favorite, and it's because the books want to win as much money as they possibly can on the public throwing loads and loads and loads of bets and money at the Georgia Bulldogs. Vanderbilt's going to cover this one easy, in my mind. We actually are seeing it right now drop down across the market to 4, but I think that's because the books might not be seeing enough action on the Georgia Bulldogs, and they're trying to generate a little less monetary liability, saying, uh-oh, we thought we could trick the public, but a lot of people have been watching how bad the damn Bulldogs have been, so I think they're dropping it down that point, get a little more action on the Bulldogs, and then you might see it tick up and level out about 4.5, 5 by tip. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends. Vanderbilt, 7-3 ATS last 10 Saturday games, 9-3-2 against the number last 14, following a straight-up loss, rebound spot, 9-2-1 against the number last 12 road games, and 5-2 against the number their last 7 as a favorite. The Bulldogs, 4-10 ATS last 14 overall, 3-7 ATS last 10 following a straight-up loss, 2-7 ATS last 9 following an ATS loss, and 1-4 against the number their last 5 home games. Don't buy it. The Bulldogs are bad. Operation Fade the Fucking Dogs is still in full effect. Give me the Commodores, -5. Smash it in heavy at -4 if they're going to give you that point drop as well.
I'm staying out, but I like the rationale totally, man. I already mentioned it. Georgia is the worst rated Power 5 team in the entire country. They're bad. They are really, really bad. I think that cover that they had against A&M on their home hardwood is going to fool some people as well. A&M was dominating 6 minutes of that game, and then Georgia flew in the back door essentially. So I think you're on the right side here, my man.
Oh, 150% no, I'm on the right side. There ain't no thinking about it. The Bulldogs ain't doing shit today. Next one up on tap. Let's see here. Yeah, I got to play out of this one too. Okie dokie. Hold on one second. Quick sip. All right. Next one up on tap. The Alabama Crimson Tide against the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Roll Tide. Just not today. Give me the Bulldogs -2 all the way every single time. And for my partner as well. I'm glad he is playing both setup spots for ranked teams, higher ranked teams being the underdog today. His first one was obviously Texas -2, laying it on the road. Now we got Mississippi State -2, -2, -1.5. Either way where you're seeing it, it's not like it's dropping anywhere. It's just kind of where you're seeing it. Pretty much comes down to that classic spot for me. Mississippi State has been a little bit better. Nate Oates and the boys are kind of scuffling, man. Shackelford ain't showing up. Some of the key guys we need, when we need them, aren't showing up. And until I see that, I definitely can't back them as a pick-em dog on the road. I mean, this stinks to high hell. This is a setup and a half for the Crimson Tide. Might be one of my best bets of the day for sure. Mississippi State Bulldogs -2, but you don't believe me? For Kick It to Mags, believe the trends. Bama 1-7 against the number last 8 overall, 1-4 against it last 5 Saturday games, 1-5 ATS last 6 following a straight up loss. Mississippi State 10-4 ATS last 14 Saturday games, 4-1 against the number their last 5 on their home hardwood, and 4-1 their last 5 against the number as a home favorite. Partner, what do you got?
Yeah, my man, I'm right there with you. I think it's the the ranked dog here is setup spot right there is the one thing, and then also Mississippi State is just a good team that people have not been quite aware of yet. Oh, yeah. They're right around 40th in Ken Pop, 25th AOE, so very similar as far as efficiency as Alabama. So they can hang with them there, but they've also got a big old fat slow tempo, fast tempo. Mississippi State being the slow tempo, but a really efficient offense. So I think they slow the tempo down, get those baskets in the half-court setting, slow it way down, keep Alabama out of the transition like they like to get into, and we get a nice win here at home and a nice little cover for the old Bulldogs. 25th AOE. I really like that, man. This is a good team. They're going to start winning some games here.
Most definitely. I like it, especially with them at home. If this is in Alabama, we'd be talking potentially about a little bit of a rebound spot, but not here today. All right, we keep it moving, keep it grooving, partner. I only have one play left on the entire slate. Anything else from you? What do you got?
I got nothing official so far, so that'll probably be it for me.
So we'll just burn on through the rest of them then. Stop me, say, whoa, hey, ho, I got an opinion, if anything, or I'll just keep it burning. Florida A&M at Arkansas Pine Bluff. No, I'm good. Little SWAC action there for you, partner. Boston College at Clemson, ACC matchup. Seems like way too many points for Clemson to be laying. 10.5-point home favorite with how scuffly they've been. But if you want to trust the Boston College Eagles that are pretty much scuffly as well, 6-8 straight up and against the numbers as 10.5-point road dogs, be my guess. I think this one is the stay away of all stayaways when it comes to ACC games today.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sorry, I last week I kind of stood on my small mini little Clemson hill, but it was in a very, very different spot as far as how big of a favorite and how short of a dog. I like them as long as they're not laying more than 3.5. Honestly, I think they roll, but 10 is a couple bad possessions or a couple goofy possessions, bad luck could fail to cover here. So keep me out of it.
Okay, so just doubling down on
I like Clemson, man. I feel like
you love them too much. Stay away. You were trying to talk yourself into a way to be able to back the 10.5 there, and then you were like,
That's
you know
exactly
what? Everything you were saying, no, never mind. We're gonna stay away. Prairie View A&M at Jackson State. Swaction matchup. Jackson State. I'm good. I don't care to even
later.
Really
don't play it, but keep me out.
Yeah, for sure. There you go. There's our SWAC guy. Southern at Grambling State. Southern laying 3 on the road. What say you, Swaction?
Later, don't play it, but keep me out.
I agree as well. Cal State University Northridge. See, I was trying to find the one that started with a C. Against the Long Beach State Beach. The Beach showing up out of nowhere all of a sudden. 7.5-point home favorite. Again, you know me, I love my Big West. Later, don't play it, but keep me the hell out.
Sure.
You know I love my CUSA too. Rice at Marshall, next one up. Thundering Herd laying 4.5 at home, but boy, oh boy, if you've backed me in any capacity when we have played the Thundering Herd, they fucking suck as favorites, and they've killed us time and time again. But Rice is on a solid little layoff and been jacking around, so I don't care to back them either. So,
nope.
Take the points or don't play it, but stay out of it in general. Texas El Paso, Old Dominion. Old Dominion 4-point home favorite. They've been rolling. They've been covering. They've been solid in these spots. They need it more in Conference USA right now than UTEP. Later, don't play it, but keep me out.
Yep.
North Carolina A&T against High Point. No opinions on this one. High Point and A&T have both been really, really hard to read so far. However, both good against the number in their respective positions today. High Point great at home. North Carolina A&T great on the road. Stay away. Loyola Chicago against ISU, the wrong one, Indiana State, #RollBirds. Loyola laying 9 on the road, but we can't bet it. I'd say later don't play it. Sycamores have been a big old dumpster fire all year long anytime we tried to back them.
Loyola's a wagon, dude.
Oh, yes, they are. UCF against USF. Shout out. You got old Bulls there on your shirt. There you go. USF 9-point home puppy dog. The Black Knights have been rolling, but rolling enough to be a 9-point home favorite gives me a little bit of pause on that one. So I say later don't play it, but I say in general stay the hell out.
Yeah, this quarter zip really jades me as far as wanting to bet this team. Dude,
it really fucked you. Like you showed up to my apartment. And one day, all fucking excited, bro, check this quarter zip. I was like, damn, that motherfucker's so sick.
Lot,
like, dude, you can be able to wear that on the show. You can be able to back the Bulls.
So bad.
You couldn't back the Bulls the entire collegiate football season. You tried to get involved with them one time, and they kicked you in the nuts. Yeah. Then we've been trying left, right, and center to get involved with the Bulls all college basketball season, and we tried one time. I don't think it's a bad spot. And I don't think it's a bad spot, but still, they just haven't done it for us. I don't know if it's the curse of the old USF quarter zip or what the fuck it is, but they stink.
Sorry, I don't like them enough to take away the curse. I like this quarter zip too much. Sorry.
There you go. Next one up, A-Sun matchup, Atlantic Sun, Jacksonville State, Eastern Kentucky. Later don't play it in my mind. Kentucky 2-point home favorites, but no, not enough value in that one for me. Stay out. Liberty at Florida Gulf Coast University. Another Atlantic Sun matchup. Liberty's been pretty doggone good, honestly, but these teams are really fucking similar. So I don't think there's any side that I can really tell you confidently to either lay it or take it. They're both damn good. FGCU's been good on their home hardwood, so if they're giving you points, take the 3.5, but it's too much. Stay away.
Liberty's good, man. Yeah, Liberty's good.
They sure are. And so is Florida. They're both 11-6 straight up. It's really interesting.
I've seen more Liberty, I guess, is what I'm kind of saying.
Sure. Wright State at Youngstown State. Was very interested in Youngstown State this morning. And yeah, don't back Penguins if they are not an underdog. Let's solidify that. Let's write that.
Sure.
Write that down on the fucking sheet of betting rules here at the TTL Pod Bayside Production Studios. Do not bet on the Youngstown State Penguins if they are not an underdog. Now, hold on. They are flipping to a pick'em. That does not mean fucking bet on them. They were a one-point favorite.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a reason why it's flipping. Stay away. But Wright State is hot fucking garbage. They ain't worth your money either. Northern Kentucky Norse and the Robert Morris Colonials. Robert Morris, 2.5-point home dogs. I would say take the Colonials, but the Colonials have been hot garbage. Problem is, so have the Norse. So this is a Horizon League matchup you should probably just stay the hell out of. Maybe this is number 3 contestant number 3. Step on up for shittiest college basketball matchup on tap today. Next one up, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time matchup. I do have a play out of this one. Partner, as soon as I say it, you're going to know exactly what side I'm taking. Portland Pilots at the Pepperdine Waves, my friends. It may have crashed into the mountain. We may have been loopty, and fucking barrel roll, and fucking everything you seen, and the smoke shooting, and one of the most beautiful aerial displays you've ever seen. And then them sons of bitchin' pilots crashed that motherfucker right into the side of the mountain, and they were dead. They were dead to us for the time being. We stayed away. I also tell you about the Pepperdine Waves. Pepperdine Waves cashed tickets left, right, and center for us last year. I said, partner, look at these Waves. They're coming back in for us for 2021. They're going to get the job done. 7-10 against the number are these Pepperdine Waves. 5-4 against it on their home hardwood. I think they're overvalued in this spot. I think that it took a couple weeks to build a new plane, but this one is more durable. This one is faster flying. This one has a bigger fuel tank. And this one can even do 3 loop-de-loop-de-loops in one setting. This is the plane that we need to be backing. The pilots are back in the fucking cockpit, and I am taking all 4.5 points with the Portland Pilots. Do not back the overvalued Pepperdine Waves. It's all about fade the waves. The Pilots are back in the air, my friends. But if you don't believe me, believe a couple of trends. Portland 8-1 ATS last 9 road games, 7-1 ATS last 8 as a road dog, 6-1 ATS last 7 following an ATS win. Pepperdine 1-4 ATS last 5 overall, and 1-4 ATS last 5 following an ATS loss. The only reason why the Pilots were got a little bit struggly there against the numbers, because the books got privy to them. Oh, shit. These boys know what's going on. They're covering the number. Let's screw their value so all these people who have been bankrupting us can stop bankrupting us. Well, now they're playing a team who they are in a perfect spot to get their money back, and that is an overvalued Pepperdine Waves team at on their home hardwood. Give me Portland Pilots, man. I love them. We're back in action. Stayed away from them for the last couple of days. Been watching them closely, making sure they're covering, making sure they're back in action. They look good on the wood. Give me the Pilots plus 4.5.
I don't hate it at all, my man. I'll stay out of it for you, but I do like that one. I mean, hey, Pepperdine, you're right, man. They're just overvalued. You said you caught it at 4.5?
Yeah.
I'm seeing 5.5, 6.5 now coming up.
Really?
Those look at a lot of public money on Pepperdine, though, so I think they're just kind of honoring that in a smaller matchup. So I don't think you have too much to be concerned
number
about.
one, with doing this college basketball blog, public money doesn't really matter. Like,
sure,
public
especially
money
the small
doesn't
ones,
matter,
right?
Yeah, at all. Sharp money doesn't matter. Like, and especially in these small ones, like that line movement like that doesn't really matter. Like, doesn't really matter at all, to tell you the truth, because like, I think as all it is just like 87% of bets have come in on Pepperdine. Like, oh, well, we might as well just absolutely inflate them through the roof. Like, I don't buy it whatsoever. I mean, I do not buy it whatsoever. I think the Pilots win this game outright, to tell you the truth.
I'm with you.
I was like, well, give me every day I got on point they're willing to give me, because Pepperdine has not been those guys, pal. I can promise you that. So there you go. There you have it. That is the last one from me here today. Last but certainly not least, let's see if we got any final opinions here. Let me click back over here real quick. All right. Why are we doing that? Okay. So just wanted to check final numbers. Yeah, Portland's also owned them too in the last 5 meetings. They're 3-2 against the number last 5 meetings. So I'm all about it. I am all about it. And that was the Pilots as a Dog as well on Pepperdine's home hardwood.
There you go.
There's something
I like
about
it, man.
rest of the matchups on tap, nothing I got any real staunch opinions on. UIC Green Bay, can't bet on that one.
Right.
Idaho Vandals, Idaho State Bengals. Wow, okay. Idaho Vandals may be worth a sprinkle if you need some extra action this evening. Idaho State Bengals are bad. Like, they have yet to cover a number on their home hardwood, and they're laying 4 points against the Vandals. So
They're 1-10 against the number on the season. Anywhere.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't buy it. And the Vandals are 5-0 away from home. So I like the Vandals in the points. Matter of fact, I told you this exact thing a couple weeks back. I don't remember who was playing the Bengals, but we laid it, and I said sprinkle on the money line, and they won by like 15. They won outright by 15. I mean, it wasn't even close. I don't know why the books value the Bengals like this, but you know me, I know my big sky. I would say take the Vandals. Keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. Pac-12, Arizona against Utah. Arizona laying 20 points against the old Utes. That should be interesting. We'll see if they blow them out like everybody's expecting. Georgia Tech, North Carolina. That should be a good game. UNC laying 12.5. They shouldn't have a problem covering that number, but just a little bit too much chalk for me to lay. Tulsa at Houston. Nice little AAC matchup in the evening. Houston laying 11 on the road. Tulsa's been sneaky from time to time, but just a little too scuffly on their home hardwood for me to trust at that many points. Oral Roberts, Kansas City. The Roos have been a good team on their home hardwood, 5-0 straight up. Getting points, would be interested in them, but Oral Roberts has burned me too many doggone times for me to back them. UNI against SIU, can't play that one, but I would say play SIU. Screw UNI. Give me the Salukis. Wyoming.
I think I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, that didn't look bad at all. Salukis haven't been beat on their home hardwood yet. Wyoming against Utah State. Wanted Wyoming, man. They've been that sneaky ass team, especially on the road. 3-1 straight up and against the number. Getting 5.5 points today, up from 4.5 at open. Aggies look to be the sharp side. I can't put my finger on exactly how they get it done, but I think they get it done. Couldn't do it with enough confidence. I say later, don't play it in this matchup, but overall, I say stay the hell away.
I would say stay away. Wyoming's been covering these matchups the last few years.
Yeah.
However, it's been like 15, 16, 20-point spreads. Yeah. Utah State's still been beating them by like double digits and just barely failed to cover these huge spreads. So I would say, as far as the final score, I would say it might be another 10-point outing, 10-point win for Utah State, but I don't like it enough to back it.
I have a fucking hole in my face. Dribbling water all over me. All right. I agree with you. Keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. Just a few too many points, partner. I think you'd agree with me. Auburn Tigers going to the Ole Miss Rebels. Tigers laying 8.5 on the road. Not that I don't think they can't take care of that number. It just seems like a few too many. I also don't trust Ole Miss at all at the 8.5 with how much of a wagon Auburn has been. So I don't know if the book's overvaluing them or if they're finally getting privy to, hey, we got to stop losing so much money on these Tigers.
Not to mention that over under 139.5 seems too good to be true, right?
Yep.
I mean, with the way Auburn scores, that seems way too easy.
100%. I agree with you on that one. UCSB Gauchos at the Cal State Fullerton. I can't remember what the hell the Cal State Fullerton guys are. They're the old Titans is what they are. 1.5 point home favorites for the Titans. Gauchos have yet to win or cover on the road. Whoa, 0-5 straight up and against the number. The Gauchos, 5-1 straight up, 3-1 against the number. Cal State Fullerton. Later, don't play it with Fullerton, but maybe I need to get off the Gaucho train. Damn, maybe I'm just too much of a homer. Maybe I am just fucking jaded for those boys because, wow, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Didn't know that.
I'd say later, don't play it with Cal State Fullerton, but I'm not getting involved. Loyola Marymount against U.S. San Diego Toreros. The Lions are way better than the Toreros. I don't know why this one's a pick'em. It feels kind of like a setup for the Lions, if I'd say anything. So I'd say take University of San Diego, but
you're
I'd
seeing pick'em. Mm-hmm. It is up to -3 for the old Lions. So I think I think the books messed that one up at first.
Okay. Plus -1.5, yeah. So they just they haven't adjusted it on here yet. So yeah, I never mind. Then I would say later, don't play it. Utah Valley at Cal Baptist. I wanted Utah Valley. You know me and my Wolverines. But Cal Baptist has been pretty damn good at home. 10-1 straight up, getting 2.5 points. Take the points or don't play it at all. Tarleton State at Grand Canyon. Just a few too many points for me to back our Lopes. -9, I wanted it. And Tarleton State has been the public's dog darling. I say phooey. I think the Lopes keep rolling, but 9 is just a little too many for me. UC Davis, Cal Poly. I like UC Davis laying the 5 on the road, but I just don't think that has enough value. Colorado State, Arizona State was a pick'em. I think it should be Colorado State being a favorite by now.
Colorado, not Colorado State.
I'm sorry, Colorado and Arizona State.
I am seeing, it is all over the place. FanDuel's got Colorado -1. Bet Rivers has got ASU -0.5. And DraftKings has got Colorado -1.5. So all over the map.
So call it a pick. I was siding with Colorado, but because of all of that nonsense line movement, I couldn't call it. Oregon at USC. If I side anywhere, I'm siding with USC, especially after that absolutely brutal whatever the hell happened in the last two games. I feel like it's been for USC. Oregon coming off that electric covers, 10.5-point dogs at UCLA. Now they're on the road again, another Pac-12 matchup. Stay out. Listen to your own advice, Colton. Stay out of the Pac-12.
I might lay those points, man. That's Oregon coming off 4 straight wins, including a statement win against UCLA, and USC losing against Stanford, getting their leg back.
Don't do it.
I think USC rolls in that
That's
one.
That's a storyline. Don't do it. That is a 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard. Don't do it. Stay out of the Pac-12. Stay out of the Pac-12. You got enough action. Stay out of the Pac-12. It was funny.
no.
You just froze like this. I thought you were fucking. You literally just had froze like that. That was
I might lay
electric.
him. I might lay him, dude.
You just laid him with USC and got your teeth kicked in. You want to do it again? Like in trying to play it on the say, 4 straight covers and 4 straight 8. I'm just trying to be a realist with you here, Mags. You were saying the same damn thing about the fucking Stanford trees, and they kicked your teeth in. You want Oregon to kick your teeth in again?
I don't think Oregon's gonna kick my teeth in.
Okay, hey, whatever. Well, you fucking lock it in all you want. You want to sit around and throw your money out the window. Don't get involved in the Pac-12. Don't get involved in the Pac-12. No, I'm not getting involved in the Pac-12. I'm not a madman. I don't need to get burned on a play and have to go back to play the exact same number that I just got burned on. You're a madman. You're a madman, Mags. I'm not going to hold it back. You're a madman. Stay in the Pac-12. We get all the way to the last damn game and you're getting back in the Pac-12. Come on. UCLA, Oregon State, Pac-12. UCLA laying 16 at home. Oregon State.
You lay in the wood?
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, definitely not anything in this one.
And Oregon State, they just haven't been good enough for me to trust them to cover that big of a number. And then last two, BYU, San Francisco. I wanted the 4.5. That should be a hell of a WCC matchup. I am all about that one. BYU should cover the 4.5, but I feel like with it being at 4.5, maybe the Dons roll. Maybe the Dons show up and they fucking absolutely crush them. I don't know. It was one that I just had to stay away from. And then if you need a little nightcap action, UCSD Tritons against the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. This one is in Hawaii. The Rainbow Warriors laying 6 on their home hardwood. It's very rare that you see Hawaii as a favorite, even on their home hardwood. I think if you're going anywhere, you got to lay those points.
I think so too. This is not exactly sending off any signals in my head like they typically are. I like them as a late night underdog at home, man. But yeah, -6. I mean, I would say later don't play it, but I probably won't be playing this one.
Faux show. What did I miss? Let me make sure I got everything. Oh, that's right. That's the one I didn't add for the twos of us. You didn't have anything outside of the Mississippi State, right?
After that, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing after that.
Did you get him at -1.5 or 2?
I believe I got him at 2, -2.
Cool. Cool. Yep. Let me add that Mudafuga to mine as well here, and then we will be all good to rock and roll. All of our best bets of the day are now officially live and updated in the ticker for you. All right, me, Kansas State, +3.5, Marquette, -1. I'm not going to go through. I fucking missed the boat, damn it. Tried to. There you go. There you have it. They're all down there. They're good to rock and roll. All right. Let's wrap it up as we're closing. If you missed any of them, you can smash them in right there. But there you go. There you have it. This week's episode of Cup of Joe on campus. Every single collegiate basketball game broken down, deliberated about, best bets delivered, stayaways told you about, question marks hopefully answered, your stresses alleviated, and ready for nothing but good old-fashioned ticket cashing is what I hope you are. Outside of that, let's talk a little bullshit before we get out of here, Max.
Let's do it.
First things first. UFC. As soon as we get the hell out of here, I will. I dropped it last night. I actually dropped it at 11:30 last night, 11 o'clock last night. Whenever I got done with it,
On the website?
yeah, no, I dropped it on Twitter too. No, I dropped it all the way across the board. Yeah, I dropped it everything. You just weren't following along. There were a couple people who were following along. I was like, hey, I'm editing it. I'm gonna do a night owl drop for you fucking degenerates, this and that. So I did a night owl drop for the first time in a while. So got 3 prelim plays, 1 prelim prop, 1 money line, 1 main card money line, and let me restart. 3 prelim money lines, 1 prelim prop. Then we got 1 main card money line and 1 main card prop. Then we got the return of the hashtag Don't Bet Against Brazilians parlay. 3-legger. It was paying out 10-1 odds last night. Paying out 9-1 odds this morning.
Oh, okay.
It's a little something for you to think about.
Okay.
And then didn't get involved in the hell of a match. The battle, probably the best battle of nicknames on this entire card. The matchup between Brian Boom Kelleher and Kevin Crash Kroom.
Look at that.
Did not get Boom and Crash.
Boom, crash, pow.
Did not get involved in that one. Crash stepping in 3 days notice. Gabriel Benitez.
Oh, really?
Gabriel Benitez stepped out of this fight. I wrote about it all in there. I broke everything down. I had a fucking blast breaking this one down. I found a lot of value. I like this one a lot. 10-fight card, in and out. We fill our bankrolls. I can't wait. I love the value I found on this one. There's a lot of cancellations. I wrote about that too, kind of told you why. And then outside
Kroom was stepping in. Sorry to go back. I was just trying to look at that. Kroom was stepping in.
Yeah, he was stepping in for Gabriel Benitez. Kind of the reason why I think you're seeing Brian Kelleher is like a -290, -300 favorite. Kelleher should smash him, no problem. But anytime that Kroom is that big of a dog, he's always worth some kind of a punt, or he's just a tough out. I wrote about that exact thing in the blog. And then the other one I didn't get involved with. Probably the best, I would say the best nickname on today's fight card. No. There's one other. This one made me laugh the hardest. This one's the best. Dakota Harry Bush going up against Dakota Harry Bush. That's right. Going up against Vyacheslav Slavaklaus Borishev. That's right. I just destroyed the fuck out of that name.
I think you did. Now, before you continue, looking at just these dudes, I would have guessed the other guy without seeing their names. I would have guessed the latter that you just named that I will not try to name. I would have guessed that he was Mr. Harry Bush, but
he's got a fucking hairy ass chest, don't he? He's funny as shit. So Vyacheslav should win that fight. I wrote about that one. Vyacheslav's he's on a tear right now, but a -250 tear in his first official UFC fight just because he knocked somebody out on DWCS. I don't know. Read about that one. I wrote about that one too. No value on those. But everything else I got, let's see, I think I had a couple of underdogs on there, so we should be good to go. As far as those go, I know I actually tweeted it out last night. The picture I tweeted out was the updated. I don't remember when I started it. I'll have to look back exactly the first one that I dropped, but I'll say 2020, whenever the hell, or 2021, I guess, whenever the hell I dropped it then. We went 25 and 25, up 4.71 units on money line bets, 8, 9, and 1 on prop plays, but up 4.31 units. Parlays, we went 1 and 2, but up 3.78 units, and that is a grand total of 34, 36, and 1, up 12.80 units. So I told you guys at the beginning of this fucking journey when I started doing the UFC blog, I said we might not have a 52, 55, 57% cover rate, but I can guarantee you we're going to be in the money because I have a keen eye and a keen knack of, I've been following that motherfucker for way too long. There ain't no reason they need to be an underdog in that spot, and 99% of the time that works out for me. I know enough about the fight game, about lines now, like I'm looking at my screen right now. I got 5 tabs right here that just do with UFC lines. I never had access to those before. Now I know what they are. I mean, the way I cap now is such a whole different fucking ballgame here into 2022. But it's a long game. So if I give you don't pick and choose on my cards is like what I'm trying to tell you. I don't put those out to be like, oh yeah, read through this fight and then no, I put those out to Play it exactly as I tell you to play it, and I guarantee you will come out positive money after this night. I guarantee it. Period. There has not been a negative weekend I've had. There just hasn't. There just hasn't. One way or another. Go ahead.
For the UFC, it's important. I'm glad you mentioned as far as your record might not be fantastic, but this is one of the sports and one of the leagues to cap where, along with probably golf, I would say, maybe there's another one I'm blanking on where your record might stink, but this is very, very unit based because you can hit some big swings where that aren't that crazy as far as some nice plus monies in the UFC.
Right. For instance, Derek Lewis last week or the last card 4 weeks ago. He was a plus 120 underdog. I mean, and it's little things like that. Like you go 1 and 2 on the day, but then you cash to whatever the case might be. Like today, the props. We might go 1 and 1 on the props, right? I think we might go 2 and 0 on the props, but. If we go 1 and 1 on the props, regardless, we're coming out plus money. I got one that's plus 125 and the other one's plus 290. So maybe I love that plus 290 one. The 290 one's got me losing my fucking mind. That's the last time. The last time I played a prop like that, it got right to the pay window and it was the first fight to start the card. The kid won and he won exactly how I said he would. Like the exact fucking submission too. Blew my fucking mind. So maybe your boy does it again. Who knows? 2021, new year, same me.
Who's to say? Yeah, I haven't taken a look at it myself, so I'm
Stop
excited
by,
to read.
peep it out. It's pinned on my Twitter, also available on talkingtheline.com on our blogs. You can see it right there on the homepage. Subscribe to our blogs. We'll never send you spam. Just drop in your email, hit subscribe, and the moment we drop any of our blogs, you will get it straight to your email inbox. Outside of that, that's all UFC. Make sure you stop by and read that. NFL this afternoon. Kicking off pretty short amount of time from now. Any updates? Anything you found? Just anything in kind of closing here as far as the NFL games today?
As far as anything to add on top of what we said yesterday, no, I haven't really looked at anything beyond what we were talking about yesterday and what we were.
I have, and I got a question for you.
Okay.
Can you explain to me why we were talking about it yesterday and the son of a bitch? The Las Vegas Raiders were 4.5-point dogs, correct? When we were sitting here talking, as a matter of fact, I'll just do one of these numbers. They were 5.5. They were right there. Okay, there's the fucking ticker from yesterday. There you go. There it is. All right, it's still there.
Yeah.
Up to 6 now. Hanging out. It was hanging out around 4.5 in some spots yesterday. Now we're up to 6 today, despite the Raiders being the sharp side. I'm starting to look at that as monetary liability, as 89% of actual money wagered on this fucking spread is on the Raiders plus 6. I don't know if I can get down with that. I think I'm back to the bank. That's why I didn't want to lay it yesterday, because I was afraid of something like this was going to happen, and I was going to sit here on the show with you and go, oh fuck, I think I might be back. Oh fuck, like. I'm telling you, it might be an hour before kickoff that you see me have something in on this game. I locked in. Now I did lock in the I totally forgot I did that last night. I was just sitting there and I was like, there's no way I can't lock this in. I locked in that same game parlay we talked about though.
Which
one?
If
you guys didn't see it yesterday, we did the here it is. Did both quarterbacks under their passing totals. Doesn't matter what it's at. I got it 262.5, 249.5. Doesn't matter. Take it under. Take it. They're going way under. Joe Mixon over 75.5. He was at 74.5 when I had it in my slip. Ticked up to 75.5 just as I locked it in. Love it still there. Got 3 anytime touchdown scores.
Okay.
Joe Mixon, easy money.
Okay.
I think fucking easy money gets in. Jamar Chase, easy money. If 2 Bengals are scoring, those are the 2 Bengals that are getting in.
Okay.
Big time players make big time plays in big time games.
Sure.
And then, I hate to say it, but outside of Darren Waller, no shade at Hunter Renfrow. There's not a lot of big-time players making big-time plays in big-time games for the Las Vegas Raiders. Just having consistently, okay?
Consistently, that's fair.
Yeah, okay? So, I redirected my attention once again to young Mr. Foster Moreau. Seemed to me like Darren Waller's shit off last game. Everybody anticipating him doing the same. I think Rich Asia has a little something up the sleeve. Hey, Foster, sneak in there while you're on the 2. Pop out over there towards the goal line. We got to get us on the board right here, right now. We got Foster Moreau anytime touchdown. And then I went ahead and bought an extra touchdown, just on the total, just an extra touchdown, up to 55.5, under 55.5 total points. $3, my friends, $3. I just had an even out. I said, I'm going to throw $3 on this motherfucker. That ain't much of a sweat. $3 will win you $1,177.28 on that 7-leg banger swanger. Once again, Jamar Chase anytime TD, Joe Mixon anytime TD, Foster Moreau anytime TD, Joe Burrow and Derek Carr under their passing total, Joe Mixon over his rushing total, and under the alternate total of 55.5.
I might be
1,000 clams? 1,000 clams? That don't seem too sweaty to me, dude. That don't
I
seem
might be
too sweaty
interested,
to me.
man. I believe I've got some type of like risk-free action that I can use, so I might be considering using that right there, my man.
Well, some.
That's
I
interesting to me.
mean, imagine how pissed the books will be when that motherfucker makes it to their cash counters. I don't. I'm not. Hey, who
Say-
am I?
I mean,
Who's to say, what do I know?
I locked in the two quarterbacks under and Joe Mixon over rushing just straight. So
Yeah,
I really like,
I like
those.
those.
So
Also, hold on. Let me fucking check if I hit that one because I didn't. I'm pretty sure I did because I thought it fucking updated in my account. No, I didn't. I must not have. Okay. So went 3-1 on those points, assist, rebounds props yesterday.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And now I'm fucking 5-1 overall since I have started seeing them how I'm seeing them. So
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna start targeting the PAR markets and
Yeah.
bringing some plays because
No.
I don't know if 5-1's good or not, but I'm catching tickets on them, so might as well start bringing them to the damn show.
Yeah, dude. I as long as if it doesn't include the Chicago Bulls, I'm getting hot on NPA. It was just that game against the Nets where I had the Bulls spread. We both did, and then I also had a couple props that lost. Outside of that, I'm 5-1-1 in my last 7, I do believe.
Okay, all right, getting
So.
along. That's kind of a. Just don't look at all my props and all my other shit and when I bet on the Bulls, but
just
everything
Bulls,
else,
just Bulls.
Little scam decapper move there, but that's okay.
That's fair.
You are killing
I feel
it.
like
though,
that fair.
in the
I
end,
feel like
dude.
that's fair to mention. I mean, I'm totally
No, yeah,
biased as far
you are
as the
killing
Bulls.
it. You are killing
So.
it for sure, though. You are killing it for sure, and I'll be pretty damn soon. I waited a little longer than I usually do to hop into the NBA.
NBA.
Pretty doggone soon. I'll be getting involved because the last few plays I've made, I've been hot. So
They're starting to get out of that COVID issues that they had,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Starting to
so
see
it's
it.
starting to even back out a little bit.
Starting to see it. Shit's starting to get right. So yeah, for sure, most def. Outside of that, just did a quick flip. Looking for any late breaking news. Nothing I see here. Yeah, looks to be all set on my end of the world. Anything late breaking from yours there, partner?
No, sir. Surprised we didn't see any type of NFL news with 2 games going on today. I don't know what's
Hey,
going
man.
on, but yeah, I
It's
got
what
nothing.
it is. There you go. There. Hey, sometimes no news is the best news.
There you go.
We're set, ready to rock and roll. No games getting canceled. No bullshit from Uncle COVID. You tell that motherfucker I'm looking for him. By the way, I'm gonna peel his muffin cap black blue tonight. All right, there you go. There you have it. That would be episode number 9 of the Cup of Joe on Campus podcast. Can't believe it. Before you know it, next week you'll see us in a blink of an eye, and we'll be doing the 10th episode of this doggone thing already. I cannot believe we've been doing that. Sitting in a pile of beans with a Benji in between us. I absolutely love it. Electricity after electricity after electricity. Hope you guys get the value we get, while you sit up in bed, knock the sleep out of the eyes. Maybe the old honey dearest brings you a cup of Joe in bed in the morning while you're staying nice and snugged up. You get to listen to the boys, get some value, get ready for some ticket cash, and hopefully by the time you swing your legs out the bed, we're wrapping up and you are ready to get right to the couch and ready to start watching the action. Tips off in but 19 short minutes from now. So get ready to rock and roll. Your boy, busy motherfucker. Little cleaning, little meal prepping, little this, little that. But hey, I'll be on the Twitters, I'll be tweeting, I'll be all over it. I'll be watching the action best I can with my third eye in the back of my head while I'm over
There
here
you go.
cleaning. I'll be watching the other 2 tubes over there. I'll probably have the volume up to 1,000,000. The neighbors will hate me while I'm cleaning, but they can all pound
Fuck 'em.
sand for all I fucking care. They were up till 1:30 last night running around. Fuck you! In case anybody was wondering. Outside of that,
They're probably barely rolling out of bed. So
yeah,
I
probably.
don't blame you for that at all.
Yeah, that's what I say. So, outside of that, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, that follow button on whatever platform you are watching the Cup of Joe on Campus pod so you don't miss this show or any of our additional social media content if you're watching on a social platform or any of our other shows brought to you by Talking the Line Sports Media. Make sure you lock in all of today's best bets of the day. Be sure to check them in the ticker. They'll roll through there one more time as we get on out of here and the intro plays. But outside of that, we can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by COJOC episode number 9 and every single episode of all of our shows and content that you do. Thank you for your likes, your support, your following, your retweets, your comments, your shares, everything in between. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts, and we cannot tell you how much we thank you when you do all of those things for us. Last but certainly not least, from me and from Mags, we hope you have a spectacular rest of your Saturday filled with nothing but ticket cashing unless you have any other plans. And as always, hey partner, let's cash some tickets.